Uh, well, hello, welcome to Hyperspace Play Shadowrun Session 2. Session 1, I messed up the recording, so that's not going online.
It doesn't exist.
Sorry, what?
Exactly.
Why didn't you just
Yep.
call this session 1 then?
Oh yeah, it is just Session 1. What are you talking about?
Yeah, totally.
There was no session,
That's right, because
before
I
this.
wasn't playing.
Exactly,
Yeah, don't
we have...
don't worry about it. I'm sure that nothing important of any sort happened in any hypothetical situation where there was a session.
And what even is a gamer?
No, I don't know. This is just Adiva, crew part 2. Anyway, I have lost my train of thought.
You had one.
Yeah, I did.
You
Oh
are
yeah, okay.
introducing yourself as our gracious host.
Yes, I'm Deox, joined by Araxis, Elvis, Mern, now Wooly. Gamer will be here eventually, I think, maybe. Who knows? Last session, we met the Johnson, who we believe, or the crew believes, is from the Shadows Zumigumi. They gave him a job to go infiltrate a warehouse because there was a magical occurrence there. They met a technician provided by Mitsuhama. Oh, Era just... No, he's back. Okay. They met a technician provided by Mitsuhama at a chicken restaurant. I think it was a Mexican restaurant. Not important. And that was it. And I gave Elvis 1 karma, and I gave Era 3 karma.
Because apparently I'm the only one who wants to min-max karma.
Yep.
Well, you're also the only one that understands how it works.
Basically. Well, I think we can start with belief, instincts, and goals again. So, does anyone want to change anything?
I would if I could think of anything that would fit better.
I mean, if no one has anything, that's fine. So yeah. I'm kind of hesitant because Gamer might jump in at any time, but that's fine.
That's okay. We'll accommodate.
So last thing that happened, I believe, is Shoji left the chicken restaurant, the Mexican restaurant, and that was it. So you guys are still free to do whatever you want. I'm not gonna toss you into anything.
I believe Rosethorn was attempting to summon something.
Oh yes. Let me pull out the Conjuring rules. Page 299.
Tables later.
Yeah, this is gonna be real fun. I might have to put a note document for this. Let's see. Summoning. Where the heck is this? Okay, here. Okay, Aaron needs to 1, choose a spirit type from his traditions, I think.
We just lost that, so...
Okay, tradition, the force of the spirit, and then he needs to roll, basically. That's what I'm getting from this. So, oh, yep, Era's coming in and out.
Oh, so that's
Well, this
what
is
they're calling it
annoying.
these days.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Hopefully it was just a brief flicker.
Is your power going out, or?
No, I live in Australia.
Okay.
They got that giant Tesla battery,
Also, if
although
no,
he doesn't live in that
my
part of
internet cut out
Australia.
earlier today.
Yeah,
if it
different
happens now.
state. I was referring to the internet. Internet is terrible.
So, did you catch any of what I said? Because I had the Discord thing closed. Or minimized.
No.
Okay! So I looked up summoning rules. So you want to conjure a spirit, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so you need to choose the spirit type and the force in which you're going to summon them at.
Okay, so let me just pull that part up. It's since I'm from the Shinto faith, I have to summon ones that sort of accord to that, I believe. What was a detection one?
I'm not sure.
For Shinto, detection is a water spirit.
Okay, so water spirit. Let's see. Okay, where's the part where I have to counter roll? Because I know that's a thing. Okay, make an opposed test using summoning plus magic versus spirit's force. Okay.
Okay, so I'm probably going to go with let's say force 4.
Okay. So you need 4 hits.
Yeah. All right.
Four. You have no net hits.
What?
Great. Let's see here.
That's not right.
Is that right? Let's see here. Magic 6. That.
Force is your limit.
Oh, is that? Okay, let's
Yeah.
see here. Make it pose versus spirit's force. Is that the limit?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know better than me because you're the.
Does anyone else not hear he's speaking at the moment?
Yeah, Aura kind of cuts out, like, entirely sometimes.
How I'm reading this is that you need to get, because this is an opposed test, so, and the spirit's force is 4, so you rolled 4 successes, so that would mean net hits is 0. Let me find the opposed test rules. Make sure I'm reading this correctly.
We know what we're doing.
Nope, not at all.
I am, as ever, glad that all I do is charm people.
Okay. So if force is by limit, then there's no way.
You cut out. Sorry.
Woof.
Oh, we are doing well.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading opposed test, so you need to generate more hits than an opponent. Says your astral limit's 9 on this. So How about I executive decision this and say we look at it later? Because I that's how I'm interpreting it, and it, from my end, it seems to make sense.
Okay, am I back?
You are back right now.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Change the limits of this test. Let's see. Reagents 316. That's not helpful. Oh. Huh. When it becomes the number of drams. Oh no, I think that's what it means is after, because you're subtracting the force from your successes. So after that, let's say you had 5 successes and you're going against 4 force. So you minus 4 from the 5, you'd have 1. But like you can't have more services than the force of the spirit.
Yeah.
So you got not enough because you met it, right?
But the spirit hasn't rolled.
It doesn't seem there's a...
You have to roll for the spirit.
Do I? Because it just says force here. It doesn't say... Let's freaking do it then. Okay. Cool. You got 3 then.
Okay, so I've got 3 services. And
Yep, you got 3 services.
I have to also resist drain, the drain value being equal to twice the hits on the spirit's defense test. So
I got 1. So yeah.
Is there a macro for drain?
There is somewhere on the sheet.
I suppose that summoning a spirit in the motel of a restaurant would be a common occurrence these days.
I'm assuming you went somewhere. You didn't just summon a spirit in the middle of public, right? That'd be kind of weird.
Yes, we
Just gonna go down to the stuffer shack, summon myself a spirit.
Of course, why wouldn't you? What the hell is drain on this? There's gotta be a drain thing, come on. Where the heck is it?
I think I'll roll willpower and charisma.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
You need to roll 2 or more.
Yep. Okay. Yep, I'm good.
Yep, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're cool. So you have 3 services. So what do you want to do with that? You can do... There's a list on 302. If you... Yeah.
List on 302.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Alright. So... how far away are we from it?
What's your magic rating?
6.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So the 3 tasks I want it to perform are to locate any threats in the area. I want it to locate the magical doohickey that we heard about. And for the third test, for the third task, I would like it to. We're planning on sort of going in there shortly. Is that correct?
I don't know.
I believe there's just
Okay.
a little bit of reconnaissance. We also want to hear back from the Shoji about what he sees on the
Yeah,
TV such.
and after that, I would like for it to defend our group from any threats. So it'll do the recon for threats. It'll do the recon for the magical doohickey, and it will also aid us in one fight if we happen to get in one fight.
Okay.
This is the exact moment that D sends a random rat to attack us.
Of course. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, that'll take a while, so it was a spirit of air, right? I gotta write this
Water.
down.
Water.
Water, okay. Spirit of water. 3 tasks. Okay, so that'll take a while, so what else are you guys doing in the moment?
Remind me, how does circles work?
You just roll it if you like. You just roll it, and if you get 1 success, which is a 6, your thing happens.
Is it a 5 or a 6, isn't it?
I'm grafting a different Mechanicon, so it's a 6.
What do we roll them for?
If you want, like social things. So if you want to say like, I know this guy, he can do this for me, and you roll it. And if you get a 6, it happens.
Interesting.
And if you don't get a 6, it can still happen, but like, I can say if something bad happens.
Our secret herbs and spices is apparently doing something. Oh, testing. Hey, looks like you did need that limit break thing after all.
I told you.
Wow.
I mean, if you really needed it, you could just use Edge.
True enough. So, like, you guys are sitting out in the Mexican restaurant parking lot, sent your spirit out, and
I have one concern. Who's driving now?
Valkyrie is.
I mean, Valkyrie's still technically there.
The gamer isn't here to do the thing.
Well, we can just say that she's driving, so no problems there.
Driving and watching the
Valkyrie.
car. Perfectly viable tactics.
Yep. I mean, she's the rigger, so probably fine.
Totally.
So, was there anything else that we wanted to do while waiting for the water spirit to do its thing?
I suppose since it's going to be doing some of the reconnaissance, we don't need to worry about it as much, which is exactly why we should be worried about it.
What do you propose?
Well, we could head to the site ourselves and get a lay of the land. Discover where the entrances are, perhaps.
Well, you've got the blueprint, so that should help in that regard.
I suppose. Well, we should find something to do to pass the time.
Well, I mean, I assume Tarragon was just with us the whole time and just didn't happen to say anything.
Tarragon is she just walks. Oh, I just dropped the paper. Yeah, she just was there. No worries.
Could
Yep,
I
alright.
have a description of Tarragon?
So, are you looking for more, like, how you know Tarragon, or physical
Just a
description?
physical description of how Tarragon looks.
So, right now, let me pull up Chummer super fast. That's right. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Tarragon, she's a fairly unfamiliar face to any of you runners who have been in the business or in the locale a little bit longer than she has. She's young, in her late 20s, ash brown hair, amber eyes, pale of complexion. On the slighter side of the build, she's an elf, and she's wearing a longish lined coat, suit, fairly nondescript clothing. It's crisp, but not in the best of shape. She's clearly traveled, and doesn't really carry any assembled weapon that you're seeing right now. Although, the way your group knows her, she doesn't exactly have a good reputation, but she's billed as a sniper. And you have seen her gun. It's more expensive than most of the houses on the market in your price range. So that's got to be worth something.
Oh, speak for yourselves.
Well,
Speak for yourself.
that's right. Holy driver aside.
She's not the driver. Valkyrie is.
I mean, unless you want me to take the wheel.
I wouldn't.
You're too short.
That's part of it.
Oh, and I guess I neglect to mention the twin tails, but that's me overlooking a detail that's almost taken for granted by this point on Hyperspace.
Can't forget the twin tails.
Okay.
She's fairly jumpy. You don't really know her very well, and she's pretty tight-lipped about who she is or interacting very much at all with your group.
You any good at sneaking?
No, there's no sneak. She's not particularly sneaky, it seems.
Okay.
I find it likely that none of us know each other particularly well at this point, so nothing to be concerned about there.
Is anyone here particularly good at stealth?
I have a halfway decent score at it.
How many dice can you roll for it?
So Tarragon rolls an 8.
Checking right now.
An 8 for stealth?
Sneaking, you know.
Oh, I mean sneaking.
My sneaking appears to have a rating of 5.
It's not bad.
Is that dice or your skill? Like, dice is important.
Oh,
Not
Yeah,
rating.
that would be
Dice
her
is
dice.
9.
She doesn't have any default
Okay.
skill. So.
Dice is 9. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yes, I was looking at the wrong section.
Alright, so sounds like Holy's better at sneaking.
Wow, I'm actually good at something. Who'd have thought?
9 is not the best, necessarily.
It's better than 8.
Yeah. But yeah, like if you were sort of proposing to have a person do some sneaking into the site as well as the spirit, you'd probably be best for it.
Holy Diva smiles and says, "Oh, I'm sure I can. Never mind." She says, "I'm sure that I can accomplish that."
Besides, you are small.
Small child.
You seem to like pointing that out. Perhaps that's something that you admire.
No.
I don't think any of us appreciate that as much as you do, Chibi.
As soon as we need to crawl out of the vent that only I can fit through, I'm sure you'll be singing a different tune.
Not sure. We'll see when it happens.
But yes, I suppose we should still head over there together, since, you don't want to be taking our only car.
We're stuck together. We might as well do the job together.
I suppose that is the point.
All right,
Alright.
so let's head on down to the warehouse.
Okay, so Valkyrie's driving, but Gamer's not here. So Valkyrie, puts it into drive, drives out of the Mexican restaurant parking lot, and heads down to the seaside area, or I guess it's a river because it's Seattle, like riverside area of downtown Seattle, and you pull up on a Mitsuhama warehouse. It's completely. There's one side that allows it to load its stuff onto ships and boats, but all the three other sections of the lot are fenced off. And as you drive, past it, you can see on the fence it says Lone Star Security Services, or protected by. And there's like a security checkpoint with like the vehicle arm thing and
The
a
barricade.
guard. Yeah, that thing. But inside there's the warehouse. You can see it plainly. And then in the corner of the lot, there's a little. It seems like a garage. That's about it.
How long is it going to take for my spirit to scout out the
I was-
place?
Probably just gonna get to that. Yeah, let's just get to. Okay, so let me go look at the list. Okay, so locate any threats in the area. So the spirit comes back and just mentally, telepathically barrages you with this information. So threats, you get like a mental image of like. So the warehouse seems to have 2 floors, and on the top floor there's about there's 2 Lone Star looking guards on the top floor, but also on the top floor as well there's a Yakuza looking guy. He's got like a dress vest. He looks fancy, but he's also got like these sleeve tattoos that look like dragons or something of the sort. It's not like a clear image. So there's 2 Lone Star guards on the top, the Yakuza guy. Then downstairs on like the main area with all the shelving is there are 3 guards. And below or outside the warehouse there seems to be 3 others as well.
Are we within eyesight of the facility at this point?
Yeah, you're like outside,
Okay.
kind of idling.
Are we able to see the guards?
Tarragon waves down, waves to Valkyrie and indicates that she should pull over, kill the lights, idle, and from her pocket she'll pull out the imaging scope portion of her Ares Desert Strike.
Okay.
And
So you gonna look around?
yeah, and she'll use the vision magnification and enhancement to take a look at these guys.
Okay, so you can see there's 2 Lone Star cops just walking around the lot, and then there's the third one outside of the warehouse that's in the security booth at the gate. Yeah, you can see them clearly. They're just walking around.
What
Okay.
are they
Does-
armed with?
Yeah, does she see any?
Good question. Let me go look at that. Where does it say?
So Tarragon's going to be particularly interested in looking to see if they have any visible weapons and what exactly they're wearing as far as armor. And if you need me to roll perception,
Yeah, roll perception. Let's go for that.
Did my spirit happen to see what they were armed with?
Yeah, probably. If well, he doesn't have to roll because Tarragon or Rosethorn can just tell her.
Would it be
So
able to
what?
would it be able to
I mean-
distinguish?
How much does the spirit understand, right? About like physical armor.
They got big guns, not rifles. That's because okay, it's a Force 4 spirit, so
Okay.
it's fairly intelligent, but not like overtly so.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna roll perception, and you can decide what you want to tell the spirit, what you want to tell me. I'm just gonna. I just
Go for it.
want to roll.
Also,
Oh,
did it happen to find anything magical in the area?
I was just going through the list, but let's do it this part, and then we'll go down.
I do have,
Sorry.
I do have one question. Is it
Go
able
for
to
it.
distinguish if the weapons on the inside and the outside are the same, or if they're armed with different things?
Seems about the same, I would say. From what the spirit gives Roseline. Okay, so 2.
all right. That's a
They're not
pretty
like-
shitty roll.
Not like concealing it. So it's probably fine. Yeah, you can tell that they're armed with Ares Predators, or yeah, Ares Predators. Those are like heavy pistols.
Yeah.
All right. Can I tell anything about like what they're wearing?
They're just wearing like armor vests over top of their clothes.
Did the spirit happen to notice if the Yakuza guy was a mage?
No, it doesn't seem to be from what the spirit knows.
Mm-hmm.
Can Tarragon direct her attention? So Tarragon's gonna tell everybody that she sees these guards and vests and with Ares predators, and she's gonna continue to. She's gonna zoom in a little bit on this Yakuza guy who seems to be stand out a bit.
Oh,
He's in the
not
warehouse.
outside, he's inside.
Oh, okay. So there are like no windows or anything like that.
No, there are windows, so like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see him with the 2 though, because
Okay, that's fine.
he's walking around,
Sure.
So
Okay. And then the last thing, or I guess one other thing I'll do, Tarragon's going to do is she'll switch over to the thermographic vision component
Okay.
of the imaging scope and see if anything else just pops out, just as far as a
Huh.
heat signature.
okay, so from like the base, how do I want to put this? Okay, from one like corner of the warehouse, you can see like it looks really hot. Like there's like some electronic equipment there.
Mhm.
You can't like discern what it is exactly. I mean, unless you like roll something based on that, but I don't think you have anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just something like that. Then that's about it actually.
So
Other than the people.
Is Tarragon able to see
Yeah.
where the guards are?
Okay, so well, they're all walking around. So there's 3 on top. Or let me pull up the list.
I believe it was.
2.
There were 2 on the top floor, 3 on the bottom floor, 3 outside. 2 of them walking around, and the other one standing at the gate.
There's 3 people on the top floor. 2 of them are guards, one of them's a Yakuza guy.
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
All
but
right.
he's a different classification.
So-
Clearly
so
more
Tar-
important.
So Tarragon's gonna So Tarragon tells everybody else in the van there's this large heat signature, and I can't tell what it is, but there's this. It's blotting out a lot of. It's definitely giving off a lot of heat. Could be anything. And then she fiddles around a little bit more with the imaging scope, using the camera to tag the 3 outdoor targets she sees, and transfers those targets to the augmented reality onto our contacts.
Okay, so
So-
everyone who has a comm link will be able to see that, I would think then.
Right. And she sees that through her contact lens at this point as well.
Okay.
At which point she tucks the imaging scope back into her pocket and taps her lips thoughtfully and raises the question.
First things.
Oh.
That
Go ahead.
I just
Yeah,
the
let
only
me
one
go
without
through the-
cyber eyes,
Yeah,
except the shifter.
I didn't catch anything of what Martin said.
So you're trying to tell me that you don't have cyber eyes?
No, I don't have cyber eyes, but Tarragon is wearing contact lenses with an embedded link.
No, see, because everybody else except Rosehorn has cyber eyes.
Oh,
So they'd be able to see through their cyber eyes because they've probably got that sort of thing.
right, that's fine. So what?
Okay.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, they can definitely see that, but Tarragon has to transfer that stuff onto her contact.
So, what is the question that she wishes to beg?
So what she's gonna ask is, do we want these guys down, snoring, or dead?
First things first, what I wanted to know was the second task I had my spirit do. What sort of magic things did it find?
Okay, so it gives you 3 images. Like there's the image of an electronic door in the floor, like a trap door with an electronic code thing, and then another image of a darker room, and there's slow moving creatures that look humanoid inside this darker room, and then another third image of just. So here's the image. In the middle is a podium, and on that podium is a small mirror backed in what looks to be an obsidian type material, but it's pitch black, completely pure obsidian.
Okay,
and yeah, that's it.
Okay, so tell me more about this electronic door.
So judging from the image it gave you, it's inside the warehouse, and there's a electronic code pad beside it.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Okay,
most
and
likely.
did it happen to see what was inside it?
From the sequential images, it's probably, the next image,
Okay. So what you're saying is it saw. The only sort of magical thing it saw was the small mirror, but it's sort of showing the path to get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I could possibly mentally influence the guards in order to let us through.
That could potentially help save the bullets.
How long would the influence last? Because stun darts tend to last
longer. Yeah.
a long time.
Let me have a look.
I'd rather they not wake up in the middle of a job.
Well, I suppose it depends on if we're expecting anyone else to show up and discover them unconscious. If we can just convince them mentally to ignore us, then it could potentially be more useful.
Okay.
It might be better to convince the guards inside the building to ignore us rather than outside.
Also fair.
Tarragon doesn't seem like she minds much either way, but she does eye what seems to be a fairly reasonable shot on fairly unsuspecting guards.
I'm gonna have to take down 3 of them before they sort of raise the alarm.
See, the problem, little lady, about dropping all 3 of them, making them never get up again, people know we were here.
And if they sort of have to get up in the first place, they would know as well. I have a question. I'm just looking over the influence spell. Like it says, you implant a single suggestion into someone's mind, like a post-hypnotic command. And
Okay.
it even sort of like gives an example, like you should let us pass the locked door, and the target carries out the suggestion as if it were their own idea. It says that the suggestion fades naturally after a number of minutes equal to your net hits. Does that mean they sort of remember being influenced, or what sort of happened, or what?
Where's the? Do you have a page number?
293.
293. Okay.
If it is a concern, we could try something more subtle. Have them feel really tired and take a nap for a few minutes, or just to look at something that just happens to be in a different direction than us.
Okay, I know there's another spell that says explicitly they remember, so no, I think you're fine.
I think that was control actions, was it?
Something along Mirror Shades thing. You know, they had a part where that happened, and then everyone complained. So, in 5th edition, I know that people know when they're being controlled or read their minds.
A part of the whole sort of fear of mages is that like their spells aren't obvious, isn't it? On page 292, a victim of mental manipulation spells may roll to notice the magical effect according to the usual rules of perceiving magic. Some of the less subtle mental spells, like control actions, are pretty obvious, but more subtle spells like control thoughts can be pretty insidious.
Okay. Well, we can roll then.
Because
Is there a range to which the spells can be casted over?
line of sight.
Line of sight. But technically, Rosethorn knows, can see where these dudes are. Especially if her cyber eyes are being interfaced with the... But I don't know if that's a mechanism by which magic travels.
Oh, Rosedawn doesn't have the cyber eyes, only everyone else.
Wait. I thought Martin said everybody had cyber eyes.
No. I said everybody except Rosethorn.
Oh, okay. I don't have cyber eyes.
Okay, noticing magic is a simple perception plus intuition test with a threshold equal to the skill rating of the being performing it minus the force of the magic.
Okay.
Oh, I have an idea. One of these three is at the gate, right? Presumably, if they were to let us in, and the other guards aren't really that great at their job, they might not even bother trying to stop us if they see somebody just letting us walk right in. We could also potentially have that person radio them and tell them that we're fine.
Depends who's in charge.
They might sort of forward that onto the Yakuza guy, and then he's like, hey.
But yeah, if you want to do the influence thing, we can roll to see if they notice.
Is there a limit to the amount of spells you cast, Tarragon?
No, unless I sort of start making myself exhausted.
Yeah,
like if I sort of like fail the drain, then that sort of affects things.
It may be worth trying to distract one of them with a more subtle incantation. She suggests, just to clear our area. Suggest that one of them needs to use the restroom.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking that, like, go home for the night.
Feeling ill.
Mm-hmm.
would they sign out for something like that? Clock in with their bosses to actually inform them of that?
I can just say, don't inform your bosses.
Tarragon pulls her imaging scope back out and flips back to the magnifier. If one of these three is in charge of the other two, it may be possible to tell based on how one of them checks in and asks for the night. Possible. It's a long shot.
I think it's a fine idea. Watch their behavior for a while. Not like we're in a particular rush.
Shall we try?
Well, we could watch for a bit, I guess. That doesn't
I'm
hurt
good.
to sort of like see their sort of patrol patterns.
Mern was gonna say something?
I'm good to wait.
Okay. So, what exactly are you guys looking for while you wait? Let's go by that.
Well, yes.
Tarragon's trying to see what the frequency at which they check in with one another is. Do they check in every 15 minutes? Every 5 minutes? How often are they on their comm links? Are they constantly talking?
And also, what's their sort of patrol pattern like? Do they look like they're particularly alert, or are they? I just sort of like there and pretty bored.
Okay. Is Tarragon the only one? Like, who's all looking? Because I want to go by roles.
I do believe that I have the potential to zoom in. Allow me to check exactly what my eyes can do.
Cool.
And if you're sort of like looking through Tarragon's like scope with your eyes, like you're also like sharing.
But Tarragon's probably zooming in and out between the various guards, spending some time looking at their patrol in general and zooming in on one in particular to see how often he or she is calling in.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to read off a list of the things that I can do with my eyes.
Go for it.
All right, every time I press the button that allows me to talk, it goes to a different tab on Chummer.
Lovely.
I have flare compensation, low light, thermographic,
That seems helpful.
vision magnification, vision enhancement, a camera, a display link, eye protectors made of ballistic glass, fun, retinal duplication,
Mm-hmm.
and a smart link.
Those are some fancy ass eyes.
Also an image link, but that comes default. But they did cost over 100,000 new yen. I would hope they would be.
Jesus.
Eyes have such capacity.
Who knows?
Only the best for me.
Rosethorn's gonna steal your eyes and sell them on the black market.
No.
Chop shop.
Dude, if market price was over 100,000,
Okay, I'm just gonna assume everyone's looking. So, Mern, do you have vision magnification as well?
yeah, that's why I put it on screen.
Okay, I was wondering, but okay. So everyone but Wooly, because Wooly already rolled, you can roll perception.
Oh, good.
I feel left out.
Hey, you already rolled.
I know.
Okay, I've got goggles with image link, so I guess I can look as well.
Go for it.
What type of skill is perception anyway?
Perception.
It's just perception.
It might be under like something because I closed some of the stuff on your sheet that doesn't have points in it. Nice.
Oh, this is ugly.
It's stupid eyes not looking where I want them to look.
Okay, so
Oh, wow.
step ladder from 0 to 3. It's lovely. Let's just go by what Old Hand sees because he rolled the highest. So you're looking for the frequency in which they check in, and that's about it.
Patrol patterns.
Patrol patterns? Okay, so frequency, check-in, and patrol patterns. So
And also if they look like they're paying attention, or if they're
okay,
phoning it in.
are they good guards? Lovely. Okay.
No
So
gods are good
frequency-
gods.
They just weren't cops.
So you guys sit here for like an hour, I guess. So every 15 minutes, one of them, or each of them is like, "Hey, I'm still alive." So the guy in the booth doesn't move at all. He just sits there. One of the other guards he walks from one side of the warehouse, the side you can't see, over to the garage, walks around the garage, and then goes back. The other one walks around the side of the warehouse you can see, and walks in a rectangle to the seaside, over to the checkpoint, to the corner of the wall, and then back to the beginning.
And what about the ones in the building itself?
Okay, so the ones in the building. Elvis, you have thermographic sight, right?
Allow me to check again.
So
I'm pretty sure you said. I'm gonna
so
assume you
does
did.
so does the imaging scope, by the way.
Okay,
I
I'm
do
assuming
as well.
it's fine then. Oh,
Yes, I
Well-
have thermographic.
cool. So yeah, you can. So the Yakuza guy is standing
Oh,
in.
but you should know DX. Glass blocks
Sorry, what?
glass blocks absorbs infrared
Oh, it does.
radiation.
But
It's just the
with the
physics
building
principle.
itself,
You can see through the walls, I would assume.
You would be probably pretty wrong, unless body heat wise, like you would probably see heavy machinery.
what does the thermographic vision say in the book?
Yeah, I don't.
Like
Hey, man, it's the year
I'm
2077,
just
right?
saying. I'm just saying. Like
I
we
bet
can run
100
with
grams
whatever
in
we
these eyes.
want.
They'd better see through walls.
Let me go look.
we
then.
can do whatever we want, but I think in like modern settings, unless they're
Well-
pretty thin walls, like
Hey, man, this is Shadowrun.
you typically see like hot pipes.
Let's go see.
Yeah.
What the heck is this?
Because like human body heat really isn't that much.
Not with that attitude.
Photograph. No, where is it? Nope. 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 Where the heck is it? I can't seem to find it.
Are you looking for thermographic vision? Got it right
Yep.
here. Yeah. Let me pull it for you. It's pretty big, but
Oh boy, I can't wait. This allows you to see.
here you go. Oh, where do you want it? You want it in the Discord?
Either way, doesn't matter.
Put it in both. So like if there was a person out in the open, yeah, you would see them. But like,
I expected
I think you're right. Probably
like
thermographic
if you,
doesn't go through
yeah,
the
if you
walls.
like, pretty sure there's probably a MythBusters on it or something like that.
Yeah, there's. I assumed like there'd be a bigger paragraph, like you can see through this material, but if it doesn't say, you can't see anything then.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's just
Did my spirit happen to notice what sort of creatures were behind that locked door?
There's it can't. There's just something with it, something about the area.
They were fleshy shamblers.
My worst enemies.
But yeah.
Okay, so if they're checking in every 15 minutes, that basically gives us a 15-minute window
Maybe
from
we
when
should
we sort of take out the guards, if we
How-
decide to do that.
Tarragon looks thoughtful again, and she says, in those 15 minutes, what if we were to spring these fleshy shambles to create a diversion?
Well, we have to get past them in order to get to the magical device.
Right.
It depends on how much we want to assume they're not going to try and eat us once we go near them.
They might. One can assume that they're behind a locked door with an electronic keypad for a reason. One can assume that there are guards assigned here for a reason as well. One could assume that if that door opened, the guards might have to contain the consumer.
It's entirely possible. However, worst case scenario, they're useless to us. What if these are the remnants of the people who touched whatever item it is we're here to acquire?
That's quite possible. It's just speculation.
Yeah, we could always
Either way,
not.
either way, removing the obstacles outside the building leaves us the 15-minute window. What do you suppose is Lone Star's response time in this area?
You're still in downtown Seattle, so not that slow.
What if I use detect life in order to sort of work out the locations of each of the sort of people inside of it?
Okay. I don't know what that does.
It strongly detects life.
The subject detects all living beings, but not spirits, within range of the sense, and knows their number and relative location. In a crowded area, the spell is virtually useless, picking up a blurred mass of traces of life. But I'm figuring this isn't particularly crowded, so...
Do you have a page number?
286.
286. Okay, let's see here. Detect life. Oh, that's nice. Not spirit. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
If you wanted to know like where they're standing around, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, what's the range of it?
T. What does that mean? I don't know.
And I've got the extended version as well, so...
What does T mean?
Tarragon.
I don't know. T is touch. What?
Cast is on myself, so...
Oh. Okay.
Now is not the time to be touching yourself.
Okay.
They've got a range of force times magic times a 10-meter range. So, how far away is the warehouse?
You could probably hit everything.
With just force 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
It's not that far away.
Cool. Alright.
Oh, right. I'm reminded of a question I had earlier.
Yes.
There are windows, and we also know the location of a heat source, which we can presumably assume is the electronic door. First off, are any of the
Not
windows
necessarily.
Yeah, cool.
are any of the windows nearby this?
Let me go look at this map I drew on this piece of loose leaf. That is the wrong map. No, you can't see it.
Darn, that was my plan.
Okay, so I resist the drain, and I got the requisite success, so I can detect all life within 60 meters.
Okay, 6 meter. Okay, so you know exactly where everyone is in the building. And also there's like you can sense that there are 5 things underground, so even better.
Okay, so would they be those things behind the door?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume.
Okay.
Are we calling them the fleshy shamblers?
I guess that's it now. That's the name.
I like it.
Until
Well, at least we
see
know they're not.
sexuality.
We know they're not spirits now, and this is a sustain spell, I believe. So, if I wanted to sustain it, I'd be able to keep track of their locations.
Yeah, it says S. So yeah, you can know everyone's location for forever.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. The way I can see it, we have 2 different possible plans moving forward. We could split up and try and find this code before we begin our countdown. Or we could just run in, guns blazing, and hope that we can acquire it quickly enough to accomplish our goal.
Holly, do you not have electronic lockpicks?
I do. I hope the security systems aren't strong enough to resist that.
How good are they?
Going and guns
Allow me to
blazing
check.
ain't exactly the best of plans.
Yeah, your Johnson did say don't do that.
Yeah.
Out of character,
Yep.
I wasn't here last time. Just remind me again what the Johnson specifically doesn't want.
Your
I don't-
Johnson wants you to sneak in, get the stuff that Recovery wasn't able to acquire, and get the heck out.
Okay, so the Johnson does not want bodies on the ground. Not want
No.
people. Okay.
The short of it is, if we can ghost in, ghost out, good job.
Ah, shit.
Alright, I have a lockpick set, keycard copier, cellular glove molder, maglock passkey, mini welder, sequencer, auto picker. Everything is rating 1, however.
So you
Why
are
did you get
Batman.
rating 1?
Hey, after buying 100,000 million eyes, how much do you think I have left?
Oh.
Why'd you spend money on thermographic vision?
Why
you
would
never
I
know
not?
when you need it.
I'm joking. I spent money on it too.
Oh, rating 1.
I could bump that up if you'd prefer.
I'm just thinking about that laser microphone. Just who?
Am I the only person who spent most of his money on a house?
Probably.
I spent none of my money on a house.
I spent money on
About-
on accommodation.
What kind of living arrangement does Old Hand have, out of curiosity?
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
You can
I'm
ask
speaking
him.
out of character. Well, I mean, in character, I don't really give a shit.
Well, then, question solved.
All right,
Mystery
fine. All right. I rest
until
easy.
it comes up, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. You just never got a chance to take a look at your sheet.
Whatever, I'll just mind control one of them to open the lock.
Okay.
So we're going to go with knocking everyone out or distracting them and sneaking in then.
Isn't knocking everyone out?
They wouldn't know.
From our Johnson's perspective.
What was Johnson's sort of opinion on knocking them out? Like, they'd know that they got knocked out, but they wouldn't know who did it.
He said, "Don't." He said, "Don't let anyone know that you were there." That's what he said.
Okay, so don't knock them out.
Well,
I wouldn't go for it.
It's a sensitive matter, and they want nobody to know that we visited the warehouse. Those are what my notes say, anyway.
All right. Either way, we know their patrol patterns now. I even know their patrol patterns for inside the building because I've got Detect Live. That means we should be able to avoid them. So, if a guard sort of like needs to be sort of taken out, I can just sort of mind control, use influence to state to them, let us through and forget that we were here. Or just mentally influence them to sort of look the other way for a second, or something like that.
Tarragon asks, why don't you mentally suggest that they need to change up their patrol routes?
Switch up the patrol route?
To not become
have them
too
all
predictable.
patrol an area we won't be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why don't we have them?
Because we know their patrol route now, so.
Well, so the one that patrols the area we can't see, he's fine. The one that patrols the area we do see should probably patrol a different area. The one at the barricade can let us through without and feel that we're authorized to come through, perhaps.
Instead of like letting the guys inside know that we were here in the first place, like we should just like use our knowledge of the existing patrol route to basically minimize our contact with them, and if contact cannot be avoided, just influence them to
believe that we're legitimate. We're legitimately
no.
there?
Look the other way completely so that they don't see us in the first place.
Fair enough.
Though if all else fails, I can try and sweet talk them.
Are we leaving the van where it is? Because they will stumble across the van, and we can't guarantee that the garage is empty.
Oh, Valkyrie is watching that.
Yeah, Valkyrie's technically here, but I'm not going to do anything with gamers stuff because I don't know how most of it works.
Right. So
they haven't noticed us after an hour, so.
Right, so we'll head out on foot. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Leave it here.
All right. So Tarragon, pulls out a bunch of spare clips and checks, to make sure that they're full for what it's worth. Clearly, Johnson doesn't want anyone killed or stunned, but should the worst happen, she's going to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Early Diver happily straps her weapon to her side.
Okay.
So,
you guys going?
The only other thing that Tarragon's going to do is she's going to take the time to conceal specifically, just to make sure that all of her weapons components and holdout are fully concealed and in the rightful spots. But
oh, hey, Gamer's coming.
Gonna load up with stick and shock rounds. Gonna take my backpack, and I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Hurley Diver is also carrying a doll that looks almost like a person, but it's still a doll.
well, Gamer's just in time then.
Got it.
Should we perhaps take a small break and then just to give Gamer a chance to catch up or.
Well, it might still be another hour before he shows up.
That's fair.
I don't trust Gamer's definition of a few minutes.
A few minutes, it was a few minutes, like 3 hours ago. That's fair. I shouldn't have said that.
30 minutes.
I would like that struck from the recording.
Pathfinder combat, everybody.
Don't worry, Deox, make sure you just cut out all of this. If you don't, seppuku. Anyway. Okay,
No,
I'll cut this out too.
Sudoku.
Swimpuku,
That's
whatever,
that's
man.
even worse.
To be fair, nobody's going to watch this anyway.
That's fair.
I will after, but anyway, I'll say this, because Gamer's the rigger, right? If he needs to do stuff, he can just do it, like, because he's got drones. So just go do whatever.
So, shall we sneak up, or...
Well, Tarragon's gonna certainly roll sneak now, just to be extra sneaky. She's gonna walk quietly, tread lightly, whatever you want to say.
And like, does it did it look like there were any sort of cameras in the area?
No, not really. No.
Right, another thing I wanted to check out for before we headed inside was if there are any traps nearby. We should be careful of anything that might be hidden underfoot or attached to a wall.
You know, I have something important to tell everyone. How are you gonna get the magical device when you get it? How are you gonna get it out?
But the guy that we don't have with
Shoji
us.
has the pod.
He should be with us, isn't he? He's with us.
You never
No,
told
he
me,
is not
so
with us.
He
We
left.
came straight here.
you made him go watch the tape.
You know, I remembered an hour ago. I forgot
Tell him to Uber over.
Okay, so who's calling Shoji?
Okay, I say we still go and check to see if there are any traps, and then head back to the car for now.
Well, so I mean, like, everybody's taking a look over, at least canvas the area with thermographic vision. If there are any like electronic traps out in the open, they would register as heat signatures. If there are any open if there are cameras, they run current and generate heat too. So
I was thinking more like tripwires and the like.
well, sure, but you're not going to be able to see those in the dark, really.
Alright, that took much longer than I thought it would.
Hey gamer, we're just we've already gone to the warehouse. The entire crew is dead, and that's
Oh, okay.
It's really all your fault.
Drove off as
We
soon
were waiting
Naturally.
for the getaway van.
as soon as shots were fired, you drove off. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Yeah.
We were waiting for action.
We would have survived if the drones arrived in time, but you weren't here, so.
Pity.
Anyway, that didn't actually happen. I know, big shock, but
Oh,
you
damn.
guys sat in the van, canvassing the warehouse. Rosethorn knows the patrol routes of all the guards, and yeah.
I would like to
And
point
there's
out
yeah.
that we are actually in the Dodge Hurricane and not the armored van.
You're in the thing. You're in the whatever.
Harley
Whatever,
Diver
that's-
thinks it matters.
Whatever. Let's get the guy over here. We go in. We talk our way past the guy at the front. Get someone to open the lock for us, and
Wait, why
We're good.
are we talking our way past him? Aren't we making him fall asleep and just like
well,
walking
not
past
making
him?
him fall asleep. We're
Or like
not
making
even
him,
talking
like-
our way past. We're making him go to the bathroom. Like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
it'll be a good
like-
idea to go to the toilet right now.
Yeah.
Without informing my buddies. It's only going to take a few minutes.
Yeah, he's got to take a dump.
Yeah.
Wash his hands.
Okay, so
Has enough time passed for Shoji to have seen the entire tape? We've been here around an hour, and it takes
yeah,
two.
it's probably been long enough. Are you gonna call him? What's happening?
Yeah, we're getting him to
That's
come
what I was
down.
on
Mrs.
that.
Spaceman should probably call.
Okay. So who's calling him?
I'll do it. I like talking to people.
Okay, so you get on the comm link, you type in Shoji's number, and as soon as you answer, you're just blared with like the loudest anime music you've ever heard in your life.
Oh god.
Charming.
And then quietly it turns down like a little bit less loud, and it's like, "Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Shoji-san.
Oh, hey, yeah, hey,
Holy Diver.
Diver son, hi. I looked over the tape, it was pretty something.
Could you tell me what you saw?
Well, I mean, I didn't see anything because it was audio, but from what I can see, someone touched something, and then like something bad happened, because that did not sound good. You know what I'm saying, man?
That's a
Lady,
very nice assessment, actually.
thanks. I try.
You are wonderfully helpful.
Ask him if he has Pocky, and tell him to get his ass over here. Tarragon
Yes,
doesn't
if
sound
you could come meet
like
us
she's
and bring
in the mood to
any
wait.
candy that you have.
I mean, I got this. I mean, I got some marble pop, man. I can bring that.
As long as you bring the case, I don't particularly mind what else comes with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need me over. I'll be there.
Come
in,
quietly, please.
Okay, I'll do that. And then he hangs up.
Thank you, sir.
And, yeah.
Bye.
So yeah, 50 minutes later, there's a yellow. It's not a yellow tag. What does an Uber even look like? Some black car drives by, just screeches, in a street over, stops. Shoji jumps out with the case, and he just kind of stands there in the middle of downtown Seattle.
Oh god, he's going to die.
You goddamn nerd!
I suppose one of us should head over there and get him, shouldn't we?
I'll go get him.
Starts pinging your comm link, hello, please help me.
Yeah, Old Hen's gonna open up the door casually and just saunter on over as his wont is.
Oh hey cowboy man, how's it going?
It's going all right. You got stuff?
Oh yeah, he holds up the case. I got it, man.
Yay!
Old Hen's gonna put an arm around his shoulder, just casually walk back over to the car. You done all right, kid. I thought you might have run out on us.
Oh no, man, I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
And with that,
so yeah, he hops in the back of the car, and now he is with all of you.
Hurley Diver turns to him. I have one question for you, sir.
Yeah?
What anime were you watching?
Oh, just totally. Oh god, I don't even know what. Okay. He says the equivalent of K-On! In whatever 2077 is.
Oh, okay, on
that's
2077.
acceptable?
I don't think I've seen that yet.
Is that acceptable? I don't know, man. What kind of anime do you like?
No, see, because I've heard from word of mouth that K-On! Is great, so I'm going to say that it's acceptable.
That depends on everyone's opinion, but yeah, let's go with that.
I see you are also a man of culture.
You say this to Shoji?
Yes.
As if
He's
to underscore her disdain, Tarragon points to a leftover bit of soy meat that's kind of hanging out between Shoji's teeth. You've got something there, friend.
Oh, he just covers his mouth, just goes for it, with the other hand. Sorry about that,
No.
Man's gotta eat.
No. It's fine. Men of your stature, we understand.
Yeah, it's fine.
Quite. Sir, did you bring the RFID chip with you?
Oh yeah, he pats his body 3 times. He's looking around oh no, did I get it? But then he, goes in the back pocket of his pants, takes the case out, and gives you the RFID chip.
Thank you. Hurley Diver pockets it.
Palms a bit.
Did you bring a snack?
Oh yeah, he fumbles around more, and then out of his other back pocket, he pulls out What does he pull out? He pulls out like a pack of mochi or something.
Tarragon is
Probably
at
never
this
grabs it.
point going to.
I take it.
It's
No,
fast.
Tarragon is gonna
No, I
dart
said
out
it
with
first.
nimble fingers. She's gonna roll agility on you guys. And
Roll that agility.
She's also gonna
Okay,
use her
fine.
calming skill to get it first.
Just 3-way a skill check.
Are you
Roll
even
it.
gonna try?
This is
are you
totally
gonna
worth
try
the
for
first combat in the game.
I'm going to roll control. I got to cast control thoughts on all of you, and
Oh,
this? Oh my god.
Oh,
Go ahead and try.
Oh,
Do it.
How do we resolve this?
Hold on.
Whoever. Let's roll the control thoughts or whatever.
So
first.
here's the thing. Like I submit to our GM here that that Tarragon is going to move so fast. Rose Thorn doesn't even have time to like.
I'm
do that.
almost
Like
as fast as you. Like,
could
do we
for-
want to roll
we could
initiative?
first?
Okay, okay. How do I roll initiative? Let's go look at combat real quick.
I mean, this is a good primer here. I think
I would
we
just
gotta.
like to state that
Table
I am clearly
contents.
charming enough that he wants to give it to me.
19. Holy. What?
But that's the total amount. See, because you roll your initiative
yeah.
score, and then all of your actions decrease from your initiative.
Yeah. That's right. So everyone roll. Everyone who wants to get in on this, roll your initiative.
Where is initiative?
Somewhere.
that is a good question. I have no idea where anything is on this sheet.
All right.
Okay, let me go.
Initiative
I'll look.
is underneath your main tab.
Yeah, main. Oh, I am not looking. What happened?
I think Tarragon's able to like seize
Holy
the thing and then
what?
eat it without me even being able to respond.
Okay, let's see.
Which
How do I pull out the initiative tracker on Roll20? I have never done this before.
I think it's this one.
No, basically, Tarragon's going to get 2 actions before the rest of us.
That is. Oh, here it is. Let me just. How do I do this?
Oh, as a random aside, we're supposed to click on our icons and then roll to have it appear on the turn order properly.
We don't
Oh,
have icons.
gross.
We need icons.
Okay, whatever. I'll just.
It can also
Icon?
be manually inputted.
Wait, what icon?
I'm not. Don't
We
worry
don't
about it.
have
I'm not doing
icons.
that.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's basically irrelevant. Tarragon's going to
Okay.
get the thing, and she's going to eat it. Like, even if that takes 2 rounds.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
we have been defeated.
Yeah. So I think have I sufficiently impressed our party that there's no reason that you would try to control thoughts to like take this snack away from
Well,
it.
I wouldn't be able to. You'd have shoved it in your mouth, so...
Well, I mean, it may not be Tarragon's intention to eat it right away.
Well, what are you doing, Wooly? What is Tarragon doing?
Like, if it's still in your hands, then I'd still got to control thoughts.
Tarragon would rather pocket it, certainly, but but she also is paranoid and doesn't trust anybody to like. So
This
she
is
would-
why
she
I
would
will steal
really-
from you.
she would really like to make it disappear into one of her concealed pockets.
Okay, so you grab it. That's an action. You slip it into a pocket. Second
Right.
action.
And those are all like, nimble fingers. I guess. Does that make them free actions too? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, because simple actions are free actions for me.
Okay.
And then she killed all of us before our turns come along.
So the Lone Star guys are just wondering why this car is just
It's just
opened
like
up with
rocking on its
gunfire.
suspension.
So you've got it now. Is that correct?
I do, and it's in one of my concealed pockets, I guess.
Okay. Influence. I'm going to cast influence on you.
Do it.
At force. Just force 3.
Okay, then.
The command is.
Okay, hang on. I
I
get
can-
to resist this. I
Yeah.
get to
Yes.
resist this.
Yes, you do.
How do I resist this? let's see here. Defense. That's not magic defense. Magic. Skills. Magic. No, that's not it.
Logic and willpower.
That's true. What's
I
it called?
believe.
Defense. Soak. It's not soak, is it? No.
It's logic and willpower.
Logic. Willpower. Where is that?
I don't think it's got a macro for it.
Logic and willpower. That's memory? What?
I guess you could roll memory then to count.
Yeah,
It's
memory
the same
is logic
stats.
plus willpower,
Same
but
value.
are you sure about that?
I do believe that is correct, actually.
Huh. So,
Yeah, let's go with that.
so before Rose Thorn gets to roll for influence, unless that's already been done, like,
Well, I mean, if you ended your turn,
well, fair enough. All right.
I would assume you had, right? So.
Well, I mean, I didn't realize that there's something called judge intentions here.
Well, too late.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's just go on with it.
Okay. All right. So rolling for memory then.
Okay.
Let's see. Bah.
Okay, Arrow. What happens?
Give me the mochi.
You feel suddenly compelled to give Rosethorn that mochi.
Rose Thorn watches with disdain. No, wait, who am I again?
I don't know. Who are you?
Old Hand watches with disdain.
Wait, what?
So, I mean, Tarragon has no choice. She's overcome with a desire to hand over the hard-won snacks.
She thinks it's a great idea. She thinks she's thought of it herself.
Well, but it's so mood incongruent, and it's incongruent with what just happened.
You just love Rosethorn, man. You just
No, I'm paranoid as hell about her.
Well, that's the
On a
check that you
fundamental
just made.
level.
That is the check that you just made. Like it says
I
here
know,
that the
but my quality, like my character's qualities are fundamentally hers, right? There's an incongruence. I agree. This is her idea to give it to you, but it doesn't mean that that's something that she understands. I guess that's all I'm saying.
where's influence? I gotta go.
I mean, there has to be some kind of, if this is like totally out of character, there has to be some kind of. And here I'm speaking out of character as a psychiatrist.
yeah, I'm saying that that's the roll that you just made. It says
Yeah, I
here on page 293. If confronted with the wrongness of the suggestion, the subject can attempt to overcome it by using the rules for overcoming mental manipulation, which is what you just rolled.
All right. Well, all right.
So you failed.
Well, so I fail, but do I still perceive it as wrong or no?
No, but you probably would after the spell wears off in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then the snack is yours.
Mm-hmm. Rosethorn eats it.
No!
All those delicious sweets are gone.
You just lost 1,000 new yen.
No, I didn't. I just gained a mochi.
So hey,
Thank you, Tarragon.
There's gonna be a thing that every meal that piece of food that Evils gets is just gonna be like, here's 1,000 new yen, keep the change.
This is this is a very, very telling social interaction here.
This is Shadowrun. This is just the game for you. This is what the game's gonna
I get
be.
it.
This is
How
Mirror
does circles
Shades.
work again? How does circles work again?
If you want something to happen, you roll your circles, and if you get a 6, it happens.
I'll give you the rest of it for
What's a
500.
If you want something like someone to happen.
Oh,
How
okay.
much is the rest of it?
Half.
I'll negotiate with you. I'll give you 200 new yen. And I'll hold
Alright.
negotiation.
How do I resist negotiation?
I think this is just. Do you accept?
Just, I think it would be like both of us rolling negotiate actually.
I was
like-
gonna, because you're PCs, right? I was gonna be like, it's probably fine, right?
No, we're rolling negotiate.
No.
Fine.
Okay,
whoever-
apparently.
Roll your damn negotiates.
Because it's well, I guess they're both like compelled to want to deal in some way. Right? I guess
You guys
Whatever.
are crazy.
What?
this is terrible.
Yep.
We'll get
200's fine.
100
200's fine.
What the fuck?
You know what?
The fuck?
Holy Driver should get it for free.
Now,
I told you, I have
she's.
a damn good face.
That was just you rolling heaps of sixes. But yeah, Rose Thorn quickly realizes, hey, 200 new yen. Yeah, okay. So,
Wow.
How does Shoji feel about all this? That
Shoji
is
is just staring blindly. He doesn't know what's happening. He's lost.
Have 2 minutes passed?
Probably like 30 seconds.
No, shit. Whatever. Let's
Holy
move on
Diamond
with the
takes
job.
the stack and then turns to her doll and says, "Ah, Kyoko-chan, we got it! We did it! This is amazing!" She seems very delighted.
Rose Thorn is very happy with her 200 new yen and thinks that she got the better end of the deal.
Hurley Diver is very happy with her stack and thinks she got the better end of the deal. And then she eats it.
Mm-hmm.
That mochi's gone.
Do you think Tarragon's instinct to like hold on to her shit, unless really coerced, applies not only to firearms? That was, I mean, that's the Charleston Heston quote, obviously, but
Oh, well,
her instinct.
we need to establish what, because you said gun. It says gun.
I
so
know,
I would
but
assume-
it's part of Charleston Heston's like landmark NRA
Oh,
page on like,
okay.
private property, and
Charlton Heston. What a guy.
yeah.
How I
Um,
interpreted your instinct was that if someone's attacking you, like up close, you get like
Oh, really?
something from it, you know? Like
Oh,
you,
okay.
because you're. That's how I interpreted. But if your interpretation,
I interpreted it more in terms of like holdout weapons initially, but now that I think about it, it really more applies to personal property.
okay, well, from now on we can go from that then. Yeah. So anyway, you guys are still sitting out in your car.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Well,
when-
now that we have the box,
Yep.
Well, what we can do now is, since we're still sort of aware of like the patrol routes, we'll go in at a convenient time when both of the guards around the wall are sort of out of the way.
Yep.
Have the guard at the building in that little booth. Take a bathroom break using influence, and we'll all sort of dart past while he's sort of gone off.
Okay. Okay, so tell me the first thing you're doing then.
The what?
The very first thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, very first thing is we're waiting for when the guards who are on patrol are out of sight.
Okay, so that happens. Now what's the next thing you do?
And then then I'm going to have the guard at the booth. I'm going to use influence on him.
That's line of sight.
Yep, that is line of sight.
Okay, roll it.
Yep. This is going to be 4-6 because I want to make sure this succeeds.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't happen to know what his modifiers are.
You take one drain,
Right.
3 successes.
Yep, okay, I take 1 drain.
Okay, so what is it to resist? Willpower and logic?
Willpower and logic.
Okay, let's do that real quick.
Wish I rolled better. But
1 hit. Yeah, he. So you see the guard in the booth. He suddenly stands up, opens like the back door, and he just bolts out. He's gone.
Everyone, let's sneak in before he's out.
Tarragon's going to take the moment to assemble her sniper rifle as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like it basically happens.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we all start going into the front door.
Okay, so you come over to the.
Yep. My gun.
Sorry, what?
Take out my Super Ruger Warhawk.
You got your gun. I'm proud of you.
That is a fun name. I like it.
Okay, so is everyone going?
Well, Holy Diver turns to Shoji and asks him if he's willing to come in with them.
Shoji's like, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm here for, right?
Allegedly.
Oh, you stop with that allegedly stuff. So my bigger question is, what are you doing, gamer? Because you're the rigger.
All right. So what are we doing right now? Are we?
Everyone's
We
sneaking
are now
in.
entering the complex. We have an open spot. We got 2 minutes to get in.
It's possibly a little bit longer because, like, if he's sort of rushing to the toilet, he's going to be in there, and then he's probably going to go into like walk back or something.
He's wasn't he taking a dump and gonna wash his hands? Like that's washing your hands takes at least 2 minutes if you're gonna do it hygienically.
Allegedly.
Hygienically.
I'm just saying, we apparently implanted a Force 6 influence thought. Like, that's a lot of influence to wash your hands.
I was
Right?
only 2 net successes though.
Oh, okay.
But
I need to pull up Chummer real quick.
Brimstone think to have him wash his hands?
Rosestone's pretty hygienic.
Well, either way, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. They're going in.
Do we need to sneak for this, or can we just walk right past since we know where everyone is?
I think that it wouldn't be unreasonable to just roll a general sneak just to see how quiet people are just generally. But...
Well, I
I'm
mean,
going to
like,
do it
we
anyway.
waited until the guards were sort of out of the way, so I don't think we even need to roll sneak.
Okay.
But what if there are spirits that we can't see or sense?
We already
I
checked for
can
that, didn't
see.
we?
I can see them.
Yeah.
Well, what if
All
there
right.
are
So we're just stomping in. That's
Okay, how about
zombies?
who has the highest sneak?
That was a good question. What is my
I
sneak?
think it's hot.
I still have
Holy.
nine.
Holy does.
Okay, Holy, roll your sneak for the entire group. We'll go from that.
Oh, hey, there's all the pressure
Does she get any
like that.
modifiers?
Well, you waited, so yeah, +2.
Neat.
3. Okay.
Wow, really?
Let me just roll something in the background here. Don't you guys worry about it. You know, just
No.
don't you guys worry about it. Where the heck is it? Okay, there it is.
Well, we're dead.
Okay, no, it's it.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
I'm gonna
Okay.
leave my fly spy drone up here by the door.
Okay.
How visible is that?
It's a mini drone.
Yeah, it's like a
It's just very
the size
small.
of a bug.
It is literally the size of a fly.
Is a
Pretty sure it is
camera
modeled
with
after a
wings.
fly.
It is.
Fly on the wall.
So yeah, it's a fly.
On the wall.
Of the building.
Okay, so you guys are now in the compound. Now what?
Look around
So,
and make sure no one's
yeah.
killing us.
Can we get a description of what the interior of the building looks like?
Oh, you're not. Did you go inside the warehouse, or are you just sitting out?
Where are the guards
Oh.
inside the warehouse at the moment?
Okay, so. Where's
But
my
I mean, like,
map?
what was the door like at the entrance of the warehouse? Because like we don't want to force it open or like leave.
Okay, so you know. Okay, so you saw from like one side of the building. You know that there's a shutter door. So let's start from the beginning here. The warehouse is a rectangle building on the shorter ends lengthwise of the building. There are 2 like shutter doors so that they go up and down. And on the sides, the longer sides of the building, there's a door on one side towards the fence, and on the other side, because you drove in, right? There's a door closer to the seaside. That's on the first floor. Yeah. I said a lot of words there. I lost. What was the question?
What does the building look like?
It's
A warehouse.
It's a warehouse, sheet metal, that kind of thing. Whatever a warehouse looks like in the year 2077.
Are the doors unlocked?
So it's
I would assume not.
it's like a normal
Well,
warehouse, but shinier.
So I'm asking.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would assume you'd have to go up to them. Like, which door are you going up to? That's the question.
Whichever one makes the least amounts of noise. Probably not the sliding doors, then.
Okay, so you go over to the smaller side door closest to the fence. Turn the handle. It opens.
Yep. Okay.
Great.
That
Shall
was easy.
do we have to roll anything in particular to open it quietly?
Your roll is. We'll go from the sneak that you already rolled.
Oh,
No,
dear.
you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right. So
I'm sure it's just smooth sailing from here. Probably.
Probably not.
so
But
so Tarragon is gonna poke her Ares Desert Strike in really fast and just dart a quick look with the thermographic vision setting.
okay, so in the warehouse, there's a bunch of like stacks of like shelves. There's shelving in like the center area, and up top there's catwalks where people are like walking around. Beside you, if you look like so you poke in, you look to your right, you see that there's the trapdoor thing that Rosethorn saw.
How is the lighting in here? Is it dim? Is it what?
It's like night, so it's probably pretty.
Like are
It's a
there
warehouse
lights?
at night.
Are there lights on?
Yeah, there's lights on, but I wouldn't say like it's great.
Okay, so it's
coverage,
low
you know?
lighting. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
All right. So Tarragon can still see as full lighting, but
I should be able to make out what's inside generally well.
I'm gonna turn on low light vision with my cyber eyes.
Okay.
all right. Is there any? I mean, are the boxes stacked near the entrance such that they provide for convenient cover given the catwalk patrols? And can we like pile in
Mm-hmm.
easily? You know.
1 second here. There's just a lot of background noise. Okay, so you asked if the boxes are stacked in a manner that would allow for cover. So they're like width-wise pointed, you know? So like from where you're standing at the door, you could walk in between them. You know? So yeah, you'd have cover to some degree. But if someone's walking up on the catwalks or down below, they could just look, you know?
But I know where they are. That's correct.
Yeah, you know where they are. So
Yeah.
you could be like, quick, move to the other one, you know?
All right. So who's general question out of character? Who's got subvocal mics?
Let me check.
I'm pretty
Because
sure I have.
Tarragon
one.
has a subvocal mic.
Again.
Shit, where would that be?
What is a subvocal mic?
Subvocal mic allows Tarragon to speak on the
Without
Teams
speaking.
link without speaking or whispering, really. So any perception test to try to hear her speak is done at a -4 penalty. In addition to the fact that she's whispering already.
Oh, I didn't know that existed and do not have it, I do not believe.
I don't think I do.
I've got a
We can
micro
brown.
transceiver.
Okay. So
Is that-
Tarragon's gonna strip the subvocal mic off her throat and slap it onto Rosethorn's throat, none too gently.
You now have a sub vocal mic, I guess.
Yay.
See, she
And-
does like you.
And it's going to be very plain from the irritability in her look that that's a subvocal mic that she intends to have returned.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Could have sworn I bought one, but I guess I didn't.
All right. So basically, this will let this will now let Rose Thorn use her comm link to speak with all of us on our ear.
Oh wait, sorry, micro transceiver is a subvocal mic.
Oh, you already have
Oh,
one.
okay, good.
Okay,
Hmm.
scratch everything I said.
See, I am prepared. Okay. So yeah, I use that subvocal mic in order to let the rest of you guys know sort of where the guards are, when to sort of change locations, that sort of thing.
And the other thing in the room is in the corner over here, because you guys are like right over here. There is a you can see because there's like glass, so you can just see right into it. There is a drone control room.
Ooh,
Oh,
that sounds like something I want to go to.
I mean, maybe I don't know.
I need to steal their shit.
There's also a guy sitting there.
Oh,
So
knock him out and steal his shit.
Oh,
So-
no, the guy inside.
Tarragon gestures to the guy in that last drone control room, and points to Rose Thorn and whispers, like, "Can you do something about this guy with his thoughts and his
Okay.
drone? Because 2 for 1."
Mm-hmm. What were you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of drone he has,
Okay.
but
well, okay. You can see like there's like these small little like they're really like crappy looking drones that are like very slowly like carrying boxes, putting them into shelves, and then going to get a different one.
Oh,
so
these are crappy
Tarragon,
drones.
yeah. So Tarragon, might use her sniper rifle's imaging thing to take a quick look at that computer screen and get a good idea of what they're doing. And then so she whispers to the group at large. Suppose the man controlling these drones, wasn't paying much attention, and some of these drones dropped some of the boxes on top of some of the guards' heads. Could be an accident. Yeah, accidents happen all the time.
If only you guys had a decker, am I right?
Nah.
No, we just control the other person's decker. Or
needs a
rigger in this case.
I mean, just this is an industrial site.
Um,
Accidents happen all.
You have whatever
Uh,
parts you need when you have mind control on your side.
And what about when they call for help?
Well, I mean, like, even if one of them was knocked out, a bunch of them would probably, try to respond to that. It may draw attention away. It may create some sort of distraction. It doesn't mean Lone Star is going to respond with an armed squad. I mean, a drone just dropped the freaking box. I mean,
Okay.
this trek happens,
Well, you're cutting out a bit.
I said this trek happens,
Okay. Well, in that case, how does it sound like? I'm looking at the map for a second. Wait until like one of the guards is like over here or so, and that's when we have the person sort of like drop the box on or near them or something.
Yeah, what's our area
And
of
then-
interest? What's our area of
Yeah.
interest? Like, we want the guard furthest away from where we want to go.
Yeah, because we want to go to the trapdoor.
Yeah, so the
So-
section that Rosestone is indicating is on the opposite side.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the. Oh, we're on roll 20 again.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I see. All right.
I
I
do
was-
have one
like-
question, though, for us.
I don't trust you. Those don't look like stairs. Those are not stairs.
So we mind control the rigger to be like, hey, That guy's really been annoying me. I'm gonna drop a crate on his head or something with the drones. He does it. Crate creates a loud noise. Guards sort of come in. Is that a door over there?
That is the door you're at.
Yeah, that's the door we're at. Okay. So
What a hilarious prank.
yeah.
Just a prank, bro.
I do have a question, however, for us. Are we intending to use my lockpicks and such to get through the trapdoor, or do we want to try and see if any of the gods might have the code on them or knowledge of it?
Because I didn't realize you bought such crap lockpicks.
I didn't realize it mattered.
Let me.
Wait. Hang on. Does anybody have listening devices, or can anybody eavesdrop on their communication?
I have more drones. Let me just see what the ones I have left do.
I've got super sensitive hearing.
Earbuds.
Well, if you want to send something,
What do I?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I kind of take that. I don't know. Maybe I take that back. It's not like they would be talking about code shit like that. I should start using Shadowrun slang draft.
come on, Chomer.
Seriously.
Well, here's an idea. Maybe when one of the guards comes in, we have them quickly sort of type the code into the trapdoor before sort of heading over to investigate.
I want to say that sort of thing isn't something someone would naturally do. I'm not sure why I keep getting the idea that we're limited by that when we're actually not.
But neither would handing over Mochi when I'm not dead and don't have cold hands.
You should have. I was the one who asked for it. It was mine.
So,
And it was delicious.
Yeah.
I hate all of you.
That's what happens when you steal my food.
What you wait. You just wait. This isn't the last.
That's what happens when you steal my food, and then Shoji's just like, but it was my food.
You're not
Shoji
involved.
didn't get
To
paid.
be fair, I asked him to bring it.
I asked for it, and then he brought it out.
I told you to ask him to bring it.
Poor Shoji.
I still did it.
Anyway, so
Let's do this.
what are we doing?
Okay, so I think I'm going to influence the drone controller to drop a.
Where were we again? I wasn't here earlier. Where's the freaking hand tool? There. Okay.
We're currently over here, right?
We're here. Okay. Sheesh, how does roll 20 freaking work? I can't move in roll 20. Whatever. I can see enough.
Okay, so
You can use the magnifying glass to zoom out.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, but I can't even pan. That's cool.
Well, that's weird.
what?
Apparently, the sensor functions for a sensor array does not include actual sound. Does not include auditory sensors.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so weird.
You can get a directional microphone.
Yeah.
It has ultrasound, but that's more for seeing things.
True enough.
Makes sense to me, I guess.
Huh.
Okay, so
It has vision magnification.
Okay, so we're influencing the drone controller to drop a crate onto the guard. And when that happens, we're either going to try to lockpick the trapdoor, or if a guard comes in, try to have them open it up for us.
Okay.
Yes, I'll begin trying to lockpick it then, and we'll go from there, I suppose. After we do our mind control bit, of course.
Okay. So I'm going to do this one at force 5 on the drone
Okay.
control guy.
Go for it.
Yep.
How do you make that like red circly pinging thing?
Oh,
Hold
Just
your
click and
mouse.
hold.
Just hold click.
Click and hold.
okay.
Nothing's happening.
Are you on the mouse
I
pointer
got
up
it,
at the
I got
top?
I got it. Yep. There we are. I'm green.
Yay.
With envy about the mochi.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so another point of stun.
Okay.
It's okay.
Let's see.
As drain keeps increasing, I will have my revenge.
I feel almost like Rose Thorn could solve this entire case by herself, but only almost.
Okay. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna make him drop a box on someone's head, right?
Yep.
Can we make sure it's not a particularly heavy box, and that we don't accidentally murder the guy?
I mean,
I don't care.
It could also drop on his foot or like leg. That's cool too.
I'm just.
Right.
The specific order was just
Drop the box.
drop a box using the drone on the patrolling guard's head.
I mean, even if the
over
guy
there.
dies, it's an industrial accident or like prank gone wrong. Not
It might
Shadowrun.
draw more attention, however.
Yeah, but not Shadowrunners.
Okay, so you hear a loud, I don't know, bang, and then a yelp of "Ah, my leg!"
Alright, Holy Diver, who already got the lockpick out, because why not, begins trying to unlock the door.
Okay,
What do I roll for that?
what is the auto pick? What are you using exactly?
If it's an electronic lock, it would be one of those electronic pad things.
I need to know what that does exactly.
I have like 8 different things that could potentially be for unlocking something.
And it all depends on the lock.
I have a
It's a-
lockpick set.
It's an electronic lock.
I have a Maglock pass key.
Sequencer. Like if it's a
Okay.
keypad, it'd be a sequencer.
It's a
I do
keypad,
have
yeah.
a sequencer. I have one of those.
Okay. At rating 1.
Do I need to say it again?
Okay, where is that exactly in the book?
Sequences are on page 448. I'm not sure.
So there was on to probably
Okay.
hacking, right? Or yeah. Oh shit. Holy doesn't even have hacking.
Thing is, you don't need that for
No.
for those tools.
Is
Like,
it-
that's why
is
the
it
rating's
lost?
important. That's why
Oh.
the rating's important.
Oh, so that's what that
That's it?
means.
Yeah. Good. That's good to know.
Okay, so it's at rating 1, but you're wireless because you're connected. It goes up by 1, so you can roll 2 dice, I guess.
Oh, here goes
You
everything.
get like 2 dice, I guess, for it.
Yep, 2 dice. So roll 2 dice.
This is why you go for rating 6.
Do we know what rating to go?
Oh, you got 1 hit. Yeah, it's not a particularly advanced lock by any stretch of the imagination.
Isn't that also a glitch?
Oh, is... Huh.
So that's both the
It is
pass and the
happening.
What? Give me a second. I
Uh,
need to see.
the whole
'Cause this
thing
could-
explodes and I'm killed immediately.
Everything could go to hell. Let's see, right?
Well, it's not a critical glitch, but something's supposed to be inconvenient about this one.
I stubbed my toe.
Where is that?
I mean, technically there are a bunch of potentially monsters down there, so...
Well, I mean, like the keypad could like be really loud or like make some kind of terrible sound. I don't know. I should stop giving Theos ideas.
Wow. No, give me more. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Where would you guys be without
what
me?
What he's doing. We should give him more ideas so that he's flustered.
Let's start
Building
with too many options. We'll just
Give me
paralyze.
some lewd ideas, man. Come on.
it's got to be more than half.
Sex bot.
I
Okay,
begin
more than half?
taking off my clothing.
Page
Stop.
45. It says it has to be more than half. We're good.
Okay, so there's no glitch then. You're fine.
Yay.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So, the keypad reads on the top, open, and then the trap, because it's a trap door, it just clicks. You know.
I think we're in.
Okay. Do we go in now, or do we wait for people to respond to the accident?
No, I think we go.
Actually, what does my spell sort of say about the life signs? Are they sort of moving around, or?
Yeah. Some guy's running down the stairs to go see what the heck happened.
Okay, let's quickly go down. And
What,
remember,
what's the drone dude doing? Tarragon's going to take a quick glance at the drone dude through her
He's
desert
like,
strike.
why did I do that?
To be fair, it hasn't been 2 minutes yet. Maybe he can try to kill the guy more.
Is he like cackling or laughing or?
Totally not Yakuza warehouse. Days without incident. It used to be 2. Now
Reset.
0.
He's just leaning back in his chair like, I did good.
To be fair, Days Without Incident was only like 2 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's
but
potentially
still.
been like a week.
I
Potentially.
think it's
It wasn't. It was less than a week.
pretty sure I said 2 days.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Oh,
he
yeah,
said
it's
but yeah.
it's been a basic.
Great.
We need to keep in mind there were some beings in this trapdoor, so
Don't worry, we
Where-
rolled a
where
3
are-
on our
where are
sneak.
said beings right now, given
There are
Yeah,
more
given
beings
the-
now.
spell? Like, can't your spell tell where they are?
I just know that they are not spirits.
They're there. Tarragon's
Uh,
gonna peer through the trapdoor with her scope again, thermographic, and
You see the ground
Okay.
and a ladder going down.
all right.
Okay, let's go down.
It's like ferrocrete, that's the equivalent.
Okay.
Concrete.
Holy Diver's going to go down first. This seems like a great idea.
Okay,
Obviously.
All right.
My
Tarragon will drop
lines.
down second. Seems reasonable as the second stealthiest.
Oh, are we going to give awards for like best role playing, asset to the team, that sort of thing?
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Ooh, I don't know. That seems fraught.
No. Let's go with no. I'm too lazy.
But more points.
But can we
Hey,
get
man.
extra karma for managing to get and eat the candy?
You might be able to justify it based on your beliefs and
yeah.
stuff.
Justify it to me, then we'll go from there.
There, I suppose. This way I get all the karma.
Okay, so you emerge from the trapdoor in one corner of that's not the god. So you're in an underground tunnel area
Was this
below
part
the
of-
warehouse.
Was this part of the
Thi-
blueprint, by the way?
This is not part of the blueprint.
Okay.
I'm
Congrats,
control
we
Zetting,
crossed
it's not
space.
doing anything. God. I hate. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna use rectangles for this.
How long does it take for stun damage to heal? Because I know my regeneration doesn't affect drain. I'm just gonna look that up.
Go for it. So you've emerged, in the middle of this dark hallway, with the ladder. There's a. That's not how I want to do that. So you're down here. You can see that the hallway stretches for a while, but also it goes in one direction and another direction. This looks terrible, but whatever.
I get the gist.
So there's a pathway to the left, but also forward and to the right. There's a bigger room.
Are we still low lighting or is it like dark now?
It's dark.
It's dark. Tarragon's gonna whip out her low light flashlight.
Okay, so you can see a bit away. There's nothing yet.
And
It's
she'll
just kind of
just
there.
Alright. She'll put that away actually.
Alright, we should very much not stop sensing life.
Probably not.
That's true. You still have sense life, right? So in the Rosethorn only sees that there are numerous things.
What was that? Sorry.
Rosethorn sees numerous humanoid, metahuman shapes somewhere in this bigger room
Oh,
in the
goody.
underground area.
Oh, goody.
Okay. There's spirits in this room. Be on your guard.
Yay.
This
They sound charming.
could be based on that magical device. Though I may be seeing the remnants of what happened after they touched it. What exactly are they doing? Do they seem like they're aware of their surroundings, or are they reenacting the past, or what?
They just kind of like laying on the floor. They seem really lazy. But like mostly like sleeping, resting, like a little bit of wandering.
They're zombies.
Okay. If only I can see them, then they're probably spirits. Or spirit zombies.
Well, it's dark, right?
I believe this
also
is from the
super
living
dark.
sense, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said from.
what was
I
that?
said because you're using detect life, right?
Yeah, detect life, yeah.
That's what you're getting this
Do
from.
spirits register as life?
okay.
No, the spell says not spirits, right?
Yeah. I thought you were meaning, like, me specifically, that I was seeing, like, literally seeing things, and because I'm dual-natured, I'm viewing things astrally.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Okay.
so they are physical, some kind of biologically active.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll find my map of this. There it is.
All right.
There's the map.
So Tarragon will switch to thermographic
Yeah, same.
on her scope.
Okay, so you too see these lumbering shapes out in the darkness.
Holy Diver joins that club. Yay.
Again, they're just laying there or pacing mostly.
I take it we should probably try to avoid drawing their attention and waking them up if possible, but we will likely need to go past them, as that is what the vision seemed to entail.
You said there were about 5 of them, didn't you?
Tarragon whispers, they seem so listless. I wonder if some of us could sneak past.
There are 2 paths here. We could do like a horror movie cliche and split up. I, for one, am not adverse to sneaking past the fluffy shamblers.
They look more fleshy to me.
Whatever they
Probably,
are. They could be scarily for all we know.
but it may be worth a try.
Scary skeletons.
Let's see. Tarragon sort of considers the options. Can we? Perhaps we should throw something small, make some small noise down here, and see if that arouses their attention. If not, then we can try sneaking past them.
It could be worth a shot, but if it does send them into a frenzy, it might make our chances worse.
But at present, we have at least one escape route.
You guys haven't like moved at all, so I can't like describe anything else.
All right, we should
does
probably
anyone-
close the trap.
Shall we? Okay, I guess we should go to the intersection then to see.
Yeah. Does anyone have
looks-
anything that can sort of, like, peek around corners?
No.
Like a
Any
drone,
drones?
or...
I do have more drones.
Does anyone have anything that could generate light?
I have a low light flashlight.
I may. I'd have to check.
I have low light vision.
What do I have?
I have a low light
There's
vision.
no
I have
light
low
in
light
here is
vision.
the thing.
So,
Yeah, I just
old
have-
old hand uses what? A pistol? Just one or two?
You got a pistol in one hand.
He uses a revolver. Thank you
Oh,
very
a
much.
revolver. That's right. In one hand.
1.3.
Yes.
Yeah.
In his dominant hand. So Tarragon will toss him her low light flashlight to use in his offhand because she needs both her hands for her airy stutter strike.
Thank you much.
Do we want to actually use light? Like, for all we know, it might startle them.
Well, so the low
No,
light flashlight
he's
is
not gonna.
That's a very very dim, very very reddish sort of light that's difficult to really perceive any discernible source from.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but in the darkness. So I'm not going to turn it on right now, but
That's fine. You should hold on to it because you actually have a free, non-dominant hand.
How does this place smell, by the way?
Bad.
Corpsey?
It smells like people who haven't washed for a long time.
Corpsey.
Can we
But
hear
not,
anything?
not dead, exactly.
Corpsey.
Like
Anyway,
is-
what, Eldest? Or
Can
whoever.
we hear anything?
You want to roll perception?
I will.
Sure.
Go
why
for
not?
it.
Sure.
Okay.
So, okay.
God damn it,
Well,
Elvis.
remember that video where the guy was or the audio files where the guy was talking about those eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear just this, like, blanket mumble of just the eyes. Just that in the entirety of the room.
Oh, it seems like I was correct in my theory then.
Thank you, gamer. You really brought home the performance.
I'm good with that.
But yeah, that's it.
I think we're in the right place, Tarragon says, unnecessarily.
But if they really are that drained and listless, perhaps we can get by them without issue, though we shouldn't let our guards down.
They
I
do
put-
seem
I-
rather preoccupied.
I put on my respirator so that I don't have to smell all of these guys.
Go for it. So you went to the intersection, and on the other path, you can see there's another ladder. It goes up into some trapdoor thing. So in the rest of the room, the main room here is mostly empty. There's just those creatures or whatever. Let me draw some other lines here. So down in this direction, there is another room. There's another room down here, and there's a door, so you can't see in.
Can Rosedog, can you sense any life beyond that?
There is no life.
The only life is in this room.
You're looking ahead. There's also another room over this way. Let me just draw another line.
I could just sort of put down sort of like tokens or something, or
I am
markings
definitely
where
gonna
the
do that.
creatures are.
Let's see what I got in roll 20. Oh, I can use that. Okay. Thanks, D&D 5th edition. That is not what I wanted.
Nah. That's totally what you wanted.
So they
I
are
meant to-
zombies.
Well, I'm using that as token, so...
They're a lot less cute than woolly shamblers, that's for sure.
Zambinis.
I'm gonna make
Anyway,
these way
they
smaller.
can't be zombies. I'm detecting them as life.
Yep.
To be fair, the original variation of zombie was alive.
That's all. I'm just gonna use the same token. There we go. And then one more. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna put
One
those
of
around
them's
the
are-
place now. Cool. That seems good.
Okay. So, Tarragon keeps whispering, I still don't think it's a bad idea to try to provoke some sort of response, even if it draws their attention to shuffle over to one corner of the room. It may leave us an opportunity to investigate.
So throw something into the corner and hope that they sort of go towards it.
That's one possibility. Another possibility is that nothing happens at all, and we try sneaking, or we
Doesn't
might
hurt to
arouse
test
their
it.
attention.
It doesn't hurt to test throwing something to see if it'll get their attention and make
Something
them
small.
focus on that.
I do have one minor concern. There are eyes in some way connected to what we're dealing with. That breeds to me some type of sentience, perhaps. the item we're seeking may not be an item at all. If it's connected to these beings and we let them know that something is here, the thing that we're looking for might also become aware of it. Or I could just be paranoid.
Old hand, can you throw holy?
I mean, I got my hands full.
I will not abide by
maybe.
this. If you wish to give it a plan, shot, then I don't mind. I will simply say that I told you so later if I turn out to be correct.
So, one other idea. Tarragon sort of pops out her clip on the sniper rifle and pops it back in. These creatures don't seem capable of reporting what happened to them if they were to be shocked.
You want to pull the trigger first?
What do I see if I look at them astrally?
So usually, right, you're seeing you can see like the outline of a person, right? But here, it's like it's wrong. It looks like there's like it's a darkness to like their soul kind of deal. Like something is like has siphoned it away. If that's one way to describe it. Their soul doesn't look to be all there.
So, and it's different from someone who's got augmentation, is that right?
Yeah, like these people, they look fleshy. Like they don't have augmentations. This is like, it's not void. It's dark.
Okay.
So it's not something that's missing. It's something that's
Corrupt.
put in.
Potentially.
I tell that to Shoji. Like, it's possible he might know a bit about that.
Yeah, Shoji's just like, I don't know what's happening here, but for that, he says there's some magic stuff that, like, really, Mitsuhama, like, okay, don't tell anyone I said this, but there's stuff that can mind control in a different way than, the mind. More of the person,
Meat puppets.
Normal magic is able to control the person.
He like the soul, not like,
Not the body and not the mind.
It's saying,
yeah, like it's a
Shoji-
deeper thing.
I think what Shoji's trying to say is that it takes control of their essence.
Yeah, yeah.
Tarragon's gonna feign sort of a much more flattering sort of interest, and perhaps, obviously Holy is gonna pick up on the tactic here, but banking on the fact that Shoji, wants desperately to please the Shadowrunners and be seen as one of the group, she'll ask, "That's incredible! Like, that's amazing."
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I try.
Wow, you must have like some kind of crazy security clearance, or like you must know a lot about this.
Okay, here. Let me think about this.
Are you interested in mating with him?
Yeah, if you want something from him, you're gonna have to
No,
do some rolls here.
I'll roll for it. I mean, look, he's at a pretty. I imagine he's probably at a fair disadvantage, but I will happily roll for it.
I mean, I don't know
this
what you're
gonna
trying
be-
to get out, right?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to see if he has any more information that he's like holding back on, right? Like he's saying, "Don't tell anyone I told you this." Like it sounds like he's a little bit guarded. I'm just probing to see if he volunteers anything additional when I show interest.
Perception?
To make him be more helpful.
Right. I mean, like charisma is one possible role. perception. Not. I guess perception is like trying to
Like a persuasion check.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
guessing
kind of
here.
like persuasion, I guess. Like
But
you know,
you can go for con if you're trying to trick him into thinking that you're excited.
and what about
into
composure? Does composure work? Charisma plus willpower?
I don't think so.
No. Look? I'll just roll
Etiquette.
charisma if that's what you want.
Etiquette is more for knowing what to do in a certain situation without messing up. I don't think it quite applies here.
Do you have points in persuasion?
No.
Okay. What's your charisma score?
3.
There isn't
Roll
persuasion.
1d6.
What?
Roll 1d6.
All right. Let's see here.
But persuasion isn't a skill.
Indeed, that isn't something in this game.
You mean? What's the equivalent then? I have not looked over the skills enough.
I do think it would be con in this.
Negotiation? Well,
I think
All right.
negotiation
Let me
makes
let me
sense.
look through social skills. So there's
Do you
con.
have-
There's etiquette. Con is probably.
do
That's
you
at
have
play
points
here.
in anything?
I
social?
don't, but I get to roll at least a 2 for con.
Oh.
Right, because
Okay.
I roll out a -1 for a default skill check against
Yeah.
charisma. So
Okay. Well.
and
go
the
for
whole
it then.
point is really to just try to get Holy to engage in the tactic and be much better at it.
Oh, well,
so-
I do have 10 dice there, so if you fail,
Exactly.
I'll jump in.
So that's
You could
really
just be like,
that's
"Hey,
really
Holy,
my
do this."
motivation here for trying to do this. But let's see where this goes.
He just stares blankly at you.
All
No
right.
go.
Hurley
it's
Diver
not
goes up to
what-
him and tries to look cute, like one of his anime characters. Says, "Wow, Shoji, you sure know a lot. I'd really like to hear what else you have to say."
God damn it.
Draw me pretty like one of your anime girls.
He's not a lolicon, man.
That
Are you
doesn't matter.
sure? He is
I am-
Japanese.
This is just like one of my Japanese animes.
God damn it! I can't roll it.
Negotiation or con in this instance.
I think it'd be con. Yeah, you're trying to pull the wool over his eyes. 3. Oh yeah, he nods. Yeah. He just stares blankly at you.
Wow, my rolls are not doing well today.
Well, it just means that he might not have anything else to say.
All right. Dargon gives up and just drops the whole thing right there and then, and just
Wow, that was
Turns
still
back.
amazing. I'm glad you could tell us.
You two
Gives
are
a
being
thumbs
awfully
up.
complimentary about him. Are you interested in mating with him?
God damn it!
What exactly does that mean? She seems
Shoji
genuinely
just looks
curious.
at Rose Thorn like, please don't, please.
I don't entirely understand what your question pertains to.
right. Meanwhile, these assembly things are still just loafing about. I'm guessing. So,
Yep.
tell me, can Rosethorn consider? So Tarragon basically turns to Rosethorn. Is there any way you can put a thought in one of their what's left of their heads?
I mean, you could try it.
Try,
Just be
Try
careful
what?
getting in touch with something else magical.
Well,
Like-
he wants you to use influence on these guys.
I'm actually not sure what other skills Rosethorn has, but
I could try. Let's see what happens. I'm going to influence this one over here to attack that one over there.
Okay.
like attack or like face slap or like.
Like, bite it.
So
Like
much for
one
them
fly-
not being zombies.
And see what happens.
Okay. Go for it.
Yep. Hold on a second.
And
Yep.
Tarragon's gonna switch to flechette rounds.
Okay.
Holy Diva's going to hide behind Shoji.
There we go.
Shoji.
Big enough.
I rolled 1 hit. Okay, so the thing whatever it is starts going over.
So you do have thoughts.
It's going over. That is, I double click. Okay, he goes over, and he like they open their mouth, and then like they go down to like bite on like because the other one's laying down. They go down to bite, but then they just kind of collapse right on top of the other one. And that's about it.
Send the other ones there.
Should I use this? Want to go spell crazy?
What's the worst that could possibly happen?
Bad things.
We love those.
Oh well. They seem pretty weak to me. Like, they probably won't even notice us. Like, they didn't notice the guy sort of shambling past.
Yeah,
But
did
it was
the other
one of
three
their
like
own.
even turn? Or...
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I say just ignore him.
Yeah. So Tarragon's gonna sneak.
Sneaking is a good idea.
Like sort of sneak down along this way towards this door to check out. Well, can you describe this door for me?
It's
she's
just
gonna
like
check-
just like a metal
Is that
door
the,
with the.
is that the door to the device?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, Tarragon's gonna sneak.
Well, the spirit's still with me, so is it able to sort of communicate that, or?
Like you get the feeling from like emotional telepathic stuff that like it can't figure it out where
Okay.
it is exactly.
It just knew that it was past here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Tarragon's gonna sneak.
Yeah,
And,
go for it.
You want to roll me a sneak
yeah.
check?
Where is it?
That's at the top somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have collapsed some of your skills, so it might be.
Show all.
Yeah.
There we are.
It's in physical.
Sneaking. I see it.
There you go.
All right. Do I get any modifiers for this?
No.
All right.
Should we check the other ladder while we're at it, and the door up there?
Too late. Give me a second here. Let me just look here. Where is the thing?
Well, we're dead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you sneak over and you're at the door. Nothing bad happened.
Yay.
Just a question. Does it have to match or exceed, or what?
That's a good question. Let me go look at a post-test. Because, yeah, where is that? Oh, there it is. Post-test. Why does it not say that?
Because the Shadowrun guide is terrible.
Yep, probably. It doesn't say.
Mm.
That seems like
I'll
important
take the
information.
now that it's been ruled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack your wins. Let's go with that.
Is this a sliding metal door? Is this a swinging metal door? Is there a handle? Is there a...
There's hinges, you can see them. There's like a big metal handle that you can just
Okay, is
push.
there any like obvious lock, or
No.
does it look rusty?
No.
I mean, so Tarragon's gonna leave the others over.
Okay.
I would still like to examine the other ladder and door there real quick, just to see if it's locked and know if we have another way out if we need one. There's no life up there, as we checked already.
Okay, so Holly goes over to the ladder. You can see the trapdoor. It's not like the other trapdoor with electronic lock. It's like
I think it's
two like
I think it says more hits than the opponent. But so
Okay, next roll then. Next
okay.
roll then. Let's just go fast.
Yeah, okay.
So you go over to the thing that I completely. Where was my? Okay, so it's like two metal like doors on hinges that you have to like push. So you go to push on it to like see if it is like locked or anything, but then you hear the rattling of chains and it doesn't open.
All right, we know that this is not another way out then. Good information to have. Time to catch up to the others, I suppose.
Cool.
While I'm doing this, what did the life signs sort of say up on top? Like, what's going on out there?
Looks like one of them is pointing his finger, wagging that finger at the rigger guy. But they don't seem to think anything's going on.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So, what's going on at Tarragon's store?
Did you open it?
Tarragon has not opened the door yet.
Okay.
She's just camping out.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay, let's move on over there then.
Okay.
So,
Do we need to sneak, or the path pre-established? Can we follow that?
Who has the most gear probably on them?
Maybe
Gear as in
me.
all items? Because
Yeah, like how much weight are you carrying?
I might be able to contend with that.
I have a backpack.
Okay, Old Hand, roll me sneak. Okay, let me just do something here.
Okay, dice.
I still have a backpack.
and remember, you've also got edge.
That's not.
All right, I have common sense. How stupid is the thing we're currently doing?
I mean, we're in a warehouse with zombies.
Yeah,
Fair
pretty
point.
So make of that what you will.
Yeah, let's just say with the tools you have, there's probably a better way to go about this. But yeah.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this. Okay, oh boy,
What
5
the-
hits. Oh boy.
Oh.
And of course, it is me. It is me all along.
Oh, I'm glad it wasn't me this time.
you were the traitor all along, Murren.
God damn it.
No, I have betrayed everyone. Now I must turn into
Okay.
a giant
How come
snake.
they rolled a different amount of dice there?
No, that's the same.
It's a different amount.
Oh, that's for
That
something
is a higher
else.
amount.
Wait. How is Mer? Oh no. Wait,
Let me look here.
I don't get it.
Oh, I rolled the wrong. Wait, did I? Let me see here.
I mean, 3 versus 5, but all of them hit.
Let me just do something here. Just in case. Let me just do something here. Okay. So, one of these fleshy shambler guys, if that's what we're calling, looks over, like makes the eye contacts with Old Hand, takes a step forward, and then face plants.
God damn it.
Okay. We're still good, guys. Still good.
This is a roller coaster on par with Pathfinder today.
What was that? Sorry, GJ?
I was doing Pathfinder today. This right here is a roller coaster that similar to what we had.
I try my best.
I mean,
Anyway,
these guys are so. I mean, like Tarragon, narrows her eyes a little bit. The Shamblers seem pretty pathetic, but she sort of speculates out loud, whispering, "I wonder if they're going to stay this way when we bag the loot."
That's a good question. Do you still have those dots you were talking about before?
The what?
The dots to knock them out.
Yes.
Well, this might be a good
Uh,
time to employ them.
if they go active, I can just control all of them.
Okay.
Try not to pass out.
So you all make it to the door.
All right, cool. Let's open the door.
Okay, open that door. Let me get my draw shape out. Oh boy, that's a great rectangle. So you go in. Where's my map? In front of me. Okay, so you go in and just there's like 4 like folding tables, and on them are just a smattering of just drugs. So like Nova Coke and like BTLs.
Sweet. This is a drug den.
All right.
Somehow I feel like this is not what we're looking for.
Is there another
So-
door
Exactly where to
around
sell
here?
these.
Yeah.
There's not another door.
Yeah, let's loot the place.
So Tarragon's gonna basically point her gun at Rosethorn here and say, like, basically make it very clear that if a team's gonna run together, they're gonna share together.
Are you
We're
threatening
gonna
her?
what?
Is this really the time for this?
I sort
Yes.
of look at the gun, nonplussed.
We're gonna what?
Like, what are you going to do? Shoot me?
Well, and Tarragon whispers back, "What are you gonna do? Mind control me?"
Holy Diver pulls out her magical pain gun and pointed at Tarragon. I can do things worse than that.
And Tarragon doesn't bat an eye. You'd have to be
No.
fast enough to.
I didn't see this coming.
I've got no objections to sharing. I do object to you pointing that at me. It's not
Well,
going
As
to do
do
anything.
I.
Then let's keep it that way. So
I don't-
Tarragon's gonna lower the gun.
I don't appreciate threats.
Well, I don't appreciate theft.
I wasn't going to steal anything.
That's not my experience.
Holy
Oh,
Diver
okay.
looks slightly sad to not get to shoot anybody with her pain gun, but she puts it away anyway.
Drugs are different from mochi.
Yes, they have a much higher street value.
So what's the plan?
So let's know what sort of drugs are on the tables.
Okay. Where's the where's the list of all those delicious drugs?
I believe you mentioned some
If
better than
nobody
life
minds,
chips.
I'll just scoop those up.
Yeah, DX doesn't want to get bogged down in okay, so you got 3 doses of jazz and 3 Beatles. Let's not do that.
All
Let's
right.
just say
Yeah, let's. I mean, we can always divvy them up at the end. Once
yeah, I
people
want to
are-
do that
Yeah.
later.
All right.
Um,
So are we gonna just like throw them all in people's backpacks and then get the hell out?
I don't know. Is
Is that
that
the
the plan?
All right. Well, like so Tarragon like motions to Old Hand and Valkyrie, who at this point seem to be more neutral parties than anything, and like sort of points to the drugs.
What are we doing?
Make sure there are no weight sensors or anything that could detect that they're being taken.
Are we stealing
I
drugs?
don't think they'd bother with something
Probably
like
an
that.
illegal drug den.
Still, it's a valid point.
Wait. They don't want anyone to know that we were here. I feel like this would be a pretty good giveaway.
Yeah, that
But
is
this
kind of a
is
thing.
something that the retrieval team didn't get.
You do realize that they're taking something from them anyway.
Something that they may or may not want to have.
It's still something.
Yes, but I have a feeling that the magical item trying to murder their team might be something they miss a little bit less than all of their drugs.
We take half.
We take
Tarragon-
all.
Nope. So Tarragon sort of thinks a little bit, and she's like, if you're going to implant an idea on anyone, then perhaps plant an idea in someone's head up there that, well, that won't work. You don't have line of sight anymore.
It also only
You don't need-
lasts for a couple of minutes.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I was about to say.
That's fair. That's fair. Hmm.
No
And
matter
as
what drugs
such-
we're stealing, I'm stealing all of the BTLs.
But so Tarragon, sort of shrugs. If half of them went missing, how would they know that runners took it and not the staff?
How would they not know regardless? All of it's more valuable than half, so let's just take all of it.
Hey, Valkyrie. Hey, gamer.
What?
Hey, gamer, roll perception for me.
Let me just figure out where I have that. Here it is.
Okay, so you see Shoji go up to some of the BTLs, and he just very very nonchalantly grabs a handful and just slips it right into his pocket.
All right.
God damn it,
Well,
Shoji.
that's done. And Ellie,
Mind, motherfucker.
Tarragon thinks a little bit more about this and realizes, personally, she's in a pickle anyways. Freedom is slavery. She doesn't like drugs. She doesn't like addictive substances. She's not going to use them, but they're worth something, and they're worth resources to her, and she can put them to better use. It's an ugly act, but she's going to take them to sell. So she finally.
Diva's going to be a good girl and not take any of the drugs. She doesn't need the money.
Valkyrie is not going to take any of the drugs, but she's not going to stop other people from taking the drugs.
So fun fact that everybody gets to know now. Out of Old Hand's right leg, he just opens up a slot. Inside, you see some rope, and he just starts dumping BTLs into leg.
Oh,
He's got
So-
storage in his leg. Yeah.
He's a bootlegger.
Tarragon's gonna
Wow.
pocket as many of the BTLs as she can.
Okay.
They're pretty lightweight. I take it.
yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna
Rose's
stuff
gonna
them.
take like the other stuff. Like she doesn't
Okay.
understand beetles.
So yeah, you got a bunch of beetles in Nova Coke.
Yeah.
We'll decide exactly how much later. Cool.
Doesn't look like there's anything else of value around.
Is there any
Oh,
cake?
God. No, there's no cake. In terms of value, no. This is definitely just like we stuff our drugs down here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like it's just like a dead end? It's a blind.
It's a storage room.
Okay. All right. So that's that.
Cool.
Okay.
So Tarragon's got nothing else to do here. She just sort of walks out and doesn't brushes past Rose Thorn and Holy.
Charming.
Rose Thorn growls a little bit at Tarragon as she goes past.
Cool.
Early Diva shrugs and begins talking to her doll again. She's a very nice lady, isn't she? We're going to get along great.
Anyway, yeah, let's go down the other hallway.
Okay.
All right. So that fleshy shambler is pretty close.
I'll deal with it.
Go for it.
All right. No. Oh wait.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Where
The
to?
command is walk over to the corner.
Cool. They walk over to that sweet, sweet corner.
It is the best corner.
Yep. Okay.
It is a very nice corner.
Very nice corner.
All right.
That's where the cool shamblers hang out.
Yeah,
Well, they better go over there then.
the greenskins. Yep. Okay.
Okay, what happens now?
Yeah, I think we can go around the corner now. So
You go around that hot corner.
Do you detect any life ahead?
no.
Nope.
All right. Deox, do we need to roll again, or
Nope.
Alright.
Just go.
Perfect.
You're good.
so same sort of door, or
Okay, who opens the door?
I'll do it!
Okay, so you open the door. Roll dodge.
oh,
Yay!
jeez, should have been me.
All of us are just holy.
Just holy, I think.
Just a second. Since Tarragon has combat sense, does this apply?
What does
surprise
combat
situation.
sense do?
So
Exactly.
let me pull that up for you, because Tarragon gets a chance to not be surprised in any potential surprise situation.
Okay, so but that doesn't affect holy
But-
needing to dodge.
Correct.
Where is
It
dodge?
only if it applies to Tarragon. But
On your first page, oh, I just touched Rosarn sheet. Sorry.
Oh, I was looking at my
Um,
skills.
It's on the main one. Sorry. I'm gonna put your.
it probably doesn't apply. I just wanted
I
to
don't
raise the
think
question.
so.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have
Okay.
8 dodge.
Good. So as soon as you open the door, you hear a gunshot. But like, sorry, what? Okay, I thought someone said something. Okay, anyway.
No, I just dropped combat sense into the roll 20.
Yeah, it's.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't think so. It's like a pretty fast. Anyway, so Holly opens the door, hear a gunshot. She moves out of the way, and like, bullet goes out and hits the wall or something.
She lowers her head slightly and it goes right over.
Sure. The shamblers don't seem affected, but inside the door you see like on a table there's like a setup of like a pistol in like some sort of, it's held there, and there's like a string connected to the door handle.
Oh, how exciting! I knew there'd be a trap somewhere.
But now a gunshot's gone off.
Does it seem like the life signs heard anything?
They're definitely looking around like, what just happened?
All right. Is the string broken?
Yeah, you probably, okay, how did, yeah, it ripped off the,
Okay.
from its anchor point on the gun.
So out of character, I mean, obviously a booby trap implies that there may be other booby traps. But having said that, if we get in and close the door, the shambler may be none the wiser.
Maybe.
The shamblers don't really realize in the first place. Like, we just might be a bit worried what the other guys think they heard.
Oh,
They heard
the other dudes heard it.
Because a gunshot went off.
Yeah.
Oh, so
To be fair, it would have been muffled because of the location that it was at, but it was still loud.
Yeah.
So.
do they have to roll? They have to roll perception for that.
One would hope.
One would hope.
I've still got Detect Life up, so I'll know if they're coming towards us.
Yeah, they'll be a while.
Well,
And
this
they
is
don't
going
make a
well
change.
so far. Holy Diver walks in the room.
Okay. So in the room, there's, it's not like the other room, which was caked in drugs. But there's like, this is like where they kept the guns, you know. So there's a few pistols, and like an assault rifle sitting on a far table. They obviously cleared it out by how everything's kind of messy right before they left.
What sort of pistols?
Probably Ares Predators, because, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Any sign of the item we're searching for?
Nope.
Helpful.
Is there like another door around here?
No, there is not.
The
Might be up
predators
that
know
ladder
then.
with the chain on it.
Yes, that is quite locked. I'm not sure I can manage to get it open from the side we're on either. We might need to head up and go around.
How many
Are there any
predators
guns
are
in here
If the
that
artifact
you want to
is
grab?
here,
Or ammo?
then what are the meaty shambles doing down here?
Good question.
Well, I do get the feeling that up until a couple of days ago, they weren't exactly a part of the plan. So they're not likely here as official guards.
Maybe the locked door. The locked door was barricaded to keep
It is
them
also
down here.
locked from the side, from what I heard.
Exactly.
For that matter,
Oh.
both of them are.
They were trapped here deliberately.
It could be a simple case of them being afraid of what they could do, or they could actually be more dangerous than they seem. Perhaps there's some sort of trigger that makes them more violent, but we've tested everything we could so far.
How many pistols?
3.
3 pistols and just one missile rifle.
Yeah.
All right. Any ammunition?
No, this thing's. They took all that.
Tarragon doesn't know how to use any of them, so. But if nobody else is going to grab them, I guess she'll pick up one of the Ares.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I'll pick up one of the Ares as well. That's easy to take out.
Considering that most of these are already gone, they probably won't notice one or two more being taken.
So, what kind of a predator is it? Just a
Ares Predator.
Just Predator one.
Yeah, it's just a heavy pistol.
All right. Well,
Alright, so I'm gonna just add
Someone
an
will-
Ares Predator to my inventory.
someone will buy it.
Ares Predator and drugs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Drugs is my favorite item.
Does anybody have the stats on hand for the Ares Predator?
Not on hand.
I can get that for you. Just a second. All right, what do you need?
Page 2. No, 426.
426.
Yep.
It's a Predator 3? Oh no, Predator 3 is from another book. Source book is just Predator 5.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Oh, that looks fancy.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Cool.
What's the parentheses 7 for accuracy?
Let's see here. I think that's a smart gun.
Okay.
Maybe. Some of these stats, like I don't know where to look for half what it means.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
but...
the accuracy in the parentheses is if you're linked with the smart gun system.
All right, terrific.
That's what I was guessing, but
I have one of those in my eyes, I think.
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
All right. I don't know how to like plug in rounds and stuff like that, but I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Do any of us use assault rifles?
I don't.
No.
Y'all are a bunch of pistol loving hippies.
I
What
have
kind
a
of assault
manual
I
rifle?
left my
machine
shotgun
gun.
in my duffel bag. Thank you very much.
It's an AK-97. Who doesn't love a good 98 words?
I mean, if no one wants to take it, I'll grab it, I guess.
I would
Yeah, I'm
rather
just
not
not
be
sure
weighed
how
down
to.
with my one
Yeah, I'm
strength.
just not sure how to calculate encumbrance and stuff like that. So.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. That's
Unless you're like trying to carry around a minigun, I think we're good.
Well, someone else can have that. I'd rather have more beetles.
alright. I'm gonna grab the AK-97.
Okay, you now have an AK-97.
Alright.
Put it on a drone.
Can you do that?
I did.
You can mount weapons
Fair
on
enough.
drones.
If you have the right weapon slot, you can.
I just don't know how exactly that all works because
You need a specific level of weapon slot to do
Right.
that.
And outside of character creation, I think you have to have the know-how and the equipment to actually do it,
Yeah.
yeah,
or hire someone.
that's what circles are for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Now you're standing in a room that's empty.
Okay. We should probably work out how to open up that ladder. That door that's by that other ladder.
Okay, is that what you guys are gonna do?
We could either attempt
I'm
to
looking for it.
blast it open.
Are there any life signs above that door?
Not yet.
There were not
There's-
earlier, anyway.
Some of those guys are just now going outside looking around.
Because conceivably, when the guards might get the idea that it's unlock the door. If we were to sneak back out, but I don't know how to the map well enough.
We could always make noise down here, and then go up or hide,
No.
and hope that they unlock the door one way or another.
I wouldn't suggest that.
I mean, we might get trapped, but it could work.
It's a pretty weird trap to have on the
I
door
don't-
anyway.
Calling attention to ourselves is the best idea.
For a
Well-
stealth job.
In that case, then the best we could potentially do is go up and go around, see if we can find another entrance. Perhaps the door we didn't try earlier would lead into that room.
Yeah, we should
Or
backtrack.
we could go upstairs.
Yeah, if we return upstairs, backtrack.
Okay. Or we could try to force our way through the door.
But that would leave a sign of us being here.
Well, they're going to know that we were here anyway because we'll have taken the thing.
Just fucking tiny.
So you going to the door?
Yes.
Are you walking? Or are you just
Yes.
sending the drone over? Okay, so
I personally am, like, because I want to sort of, like, be over there.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like,
Yes.
you get over to here, and then you see, that is not the right, I'm not on the right layer. Okay, so you see all the fleshy shamblers, as we've been calling them, kind of like pawing at the wall
Mm-hmm.
here. You know, I'm trying to orient them properly, but they're kind of like just pressing against the wall.
Is that where
Yeah,
the
that-
bullet lodged? No.
The what?
The bullet,
bullet.
from the...
From the
Oh no,
shotgun.
that's probably. I mean, judging from it, probably went like over there.
Right, admittedly. Okay, so they're
Perhaps
pawing
the
at...
item we're looking for is on the other side of the wall.
Possibly.
Or perhaps it's the opposite of that. They're trying to get away from it, but it seems like they like it.
Either above it or it's a fake wall.
Oh, it's a red herring.
How does that wall actually look?
Who wants to roll me a hot perception roll?
A hot perception?
I like rolling things and failing.
So, Tarragon's gonna roll perception and also use her sniper's scope to like check out the thermal vision as well as just low light vision
Go for
to
it.
see if there's anything going on there.
Would that give any situational modifiers?
It's thermal, so
Sorry,
I'd
what?
say with
Someone came to talk to me.
that's fine. We're checking out a hot wall.
Yes, I know that much. There's a wall.
With the thermal scope, I'd say you can see normally. It's not like you're getting rid of a disadvantage that would be imposed because it's dark. So just a regular.
She does have low light vision anyway, though.
Oh, then yeah, just whatever. It's a regular roll.
But no, like, situational advantages for, like, zoom or anything?
Isn't it dark down here and not low light, though?
It's
Dark doesn't mean that there's no light.
no, I'd say
Low light vision only fails in complete darkness.
yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, they're
Wait,
supposed
you
to be
have a
able to see.
Like
in,
the description
sunlight.
says, yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna roll without modifiers. You can tell.
Okay.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you look at the wall through your scope and you see like a line like in between one section of the wall and another section of the wall. You can see like
Oh my god, is that
it's
actually
not lined
there?
up.
Okay. And is there any suggestion of like electronics or like some kind of control system?
No.
No.
Can I see astrally if
How thick
there's
is the
like a
line?
way in?
Is it like a hair? Is it like a hairline or is it like super thick?
You got a 5. It like your thumb in width,
Okay.
probably. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, she'll share that with everybody who has sight.
At worst, I could get a crowbar into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, Arrow, what were you saying?
Can I see any sort of like astral signs of manipulation in the area? Like maybe there was like an astral presence there or something?
It's about the same as like, you know, the rest of the room. It's there's a general corruption to it.
Okay. Does it look like they're trying to, like, the creatures are trying to open the door?
They don't seem smart enough to understand how doors work. So just kind of getting at it, you know.
So
Maybe I should mind control one of them to open it.
Tarragon kind of whispers over to Rosethorn. Didn't you say you could plant an idea in all of them at one time?
I could, yes.
How about they all decide to go into the room we just emptied and close the door?
The gun room or the drug room?
The gun room. Like, why don't we get out of the way and they can close the door behind themselves? And we can use a crowbar on this.
I might put them in the drug room instead.
Whatever you want.
Oh, so now we'll have highs
Okay.
on you.
Shut the door on them.
Well,
I'm
then
okay.
they'll be blamed
There are
for
doors on
drugs
both.
being taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, they were using the better life chips.
Well, their current lives aren't that great.
Oh, those damn beetles. Alright. So, mob mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Mob mind. Let me find.
I take one more point of drain, unfortunately. So now I'm at a -1 modifier.
How far can you go before it starts actually hurting you or knocking you out?
Knockout happens when you hit your threshold, but
Yeah.
it is hurting him right now.
Oh, good.
Like it's just stun, but yeah.
It will matter if we get into combat, though. I don't suppose this is the type of damage that first aid or medicine can actually help at all.
Well,
Medicine
stun patches
explicitly cannot help.
medicine
Stun
can help
patches,
actually.
right? Yeah, stun
I
patches
thought-
can.
Oh well.
There's
Like
also
removing
such a
stun damage.
At the very least, when I was reviewing like the healing stuff, it said magical healing doesn't work on drain, but it didn't say anything about regular healing not working on drain.
I'm pretty
I thought-
sure.
okay.
I'm pretty sure stimulants are like stun patches.
I
and
recall
stuff.
reading explicitly that it has to be just resting,
Oh,
but
okay.
Like that's what I thought initially as well, but like I'm happy to sort of like double check.
I guess it doesn't. I don't know if it even applies. I don't know.
Well,
I know I don't have any.
I have first aid and medicine. If it does work, I can help.
Anyway, that's not for right now. For right now, what happens with that successes?
okay. Is it just standard resistance to that sort of thing, or
I believe so.
okay? Let me roll this roll. That's 2. Okay, you did it. What's happening?
Okay, I command them all to dash into the drug room.
Okay, let me just whip these guys over here. I'm gonna move them to the right layer because I had them on the map layer.
And they're closing the door behind them, right?
Yep, they're closing the door, or at least sort of trying to, because
There
I
we go.
don't have direct control over their
Oh, okay.
actions. I just got control over their thoughts. I can tell them to, hey, close the door. But if they're sort of not physically able to do so,
Well, they could also cower under the table.
Either way, they're in that room.
like depending on the kind of door, like it's easier to close the door, so they might be able to close
face the
it.
corner.
And then close the door.
They could just stand in the corner and face it.
Hold the door.
Don't you do this. Don't you do this to us.
Is this a
Do you know
reference I'm
Dwayne?
not getting?
Yeah.
God.
I'm guessing you haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't. Unfortunately.
I did not understand that reference.
How many of us even have watched Game of Thrones?
I
How
have.
many
Not
of
the latest
us-
season, but I still know the reference.
Jeez. Well, anyway, the door doesn't close, but they're definitely in that room.
Yay.
I mean, we could probably shut it ourselves if we really wanted to. They're probably not going to come after us.
Then again, they're also not bright enough to actually open the door again. If we do close it.
I mean, if no one else is going to do it, I'm just going to fall behind them after they're moving. I'm just going to fall behind them and then shut the door.
Okay, old hand, close
Alright.
that door. It is now
Wait,
closed. Congrats.
Yay.
We are doing well.
Right.
And this is something that they won't notice at all once we're gone.
Elegant.
Cool. Door closed.
Yay.
Tarragon takes credit for this terrific idea and looks smug.
Of course. Why not?
Just like all these other ideas.
Anyway, does anyone else have a crowbar? Anybody else want to help me out with this?
I have a crowbar.
I'm pretty sure I have a crowbar. I don't know what I have. I forget what's all in my inventory. Yes, I have a crowbar.
Yes, I'm willing to help, but we should watch out for more booby traps while we're doing it.
I will help with
Tarragon's
this
gonna
game.
stand to the side, but like sort of hold her rifle at low ready.
I'm going to keep on monitoring the life signs.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Holy
I'm
Diver
gonna
wishes
take
she
my
had some
crowbar.
heat right now.
I'm gonna help pry open that door with my crowbar.
Okay, then Rosethorn's looking, keep him looking out. Okay, how many people are helping with this door?
I believe
Me.
it's 3.
Okay,
I'm
3.
doing
So
it.
who's leading the charge on this door?
I have 1
got that?
strength. It shouldn't be me.
Okay.
Leading the charge as in charging
Who-
in, or like
No,
who's
who-
point, or
Who's okay? To do a teamwork test, you gotta say who's leading it.
I
The
got
test.
4 strength.
I got 3. Go for it.
Okay, so what do you guys
hang
do?
on.
Would it be like athletics?
Holy could also hand Tarragon her crowbar, and let's see, how much strength do I have? Tarragon has 4 strength.
It is me.
That could work. Why should I put in the effort when someone else can do it for me? Truly the aristocrat's theory.
Obviously.
I don't do
Okay.
anything to help.
So who
Thanks.
and who?
Me.
So Tarragon slings her sniper rifle and takes the crowbar.
Okay, so teamwork test. Both Tarragon and Valkyrie need to make a whatever roll you're trying to do with this.
Strength,
Uh,
I assume.
yeah.
Is there like a skill to go with that? I can't find anything.
Is there an athletics check?
There
I have
isn't.
gymnastics.
Yeah, it's probably just raw strength then, because I don't see.
Let's see.
Athletics is a skill.
For raw strength, I mean, there is a lift. There is a strength lift sort of.
Let me look
thing.
at what the crowbar
carry
does as
slash
well.
lift, right?
True, that's true.
That's supposed to. I think in the manual that's supposed to describe like a burst of strength or like.
What the heck is this? Doubles your effective strength when you're forcing a door or container. That's what Crowbar says.
Doubles effective strength.
Neat.
So I have 8.
Okay, so
Double
if
strength.
so, yeah, Valkyrie and Tarragon roll double your strength. I do have a macro set up for that thing. I don't know if it would show up for you guys though.
Hmm.
I made it visible to all players, so I don't know.
Did I do it right?
Modifier 3, so yeah.
Okay, cool. You got 1. Go for it.
Let's see.
Willie.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I just had to step away for a quick sec from my laptop.
Cool.
I'm back now. So I am rolling. What am I rolling? Strength, I guess.
Double your strength.
Double my strength.
So 8, I believe it is.
I'm just gonna put in a 4 situational modifier on my strength check.
Yeah, that's what
Makes
I did.
sense.
All right. Apply wounds. No wounds, but there we are.
Okay, so because both you scored a hit,
Yay.
I put away the part where it said what that does. Let's go open that again. So all the others serve as assistants, and they should roll the appropriate skill. For each assistant that scores at least 1 hit, the relevant limit for the leader's test increases by 1. Great. Burn, just make a roll.
Limit doesn't matter in this case.
But hey, teamwork is nice.
But rolling's also fun. Why deny Mern the chance to roll?
Okay, you force that door open, and with a screech that Holy Diver definitely recognizes, you push open this metal part of the wall, and inside here, let me get my drawing tool out because drawing is fun. So inside this secret room, there's so on 2 sides in this area there's just darkness, but in a circle in the very very middle there seems to be like some sort of natural spotlight on this one pedestal, and on the pedestal is that mirror that Rosethorn saw.
Oh, that's totally not ominous at all.
No, why would you say that, gamer?
This is
Okay.
definitely
I
not
said
the
it's
trap.
not. I said it's not ominous.
Exactly.
It's obviously a warm and holy beacon of light coming down upon this.
Of
So.
course.
Holy, did someone mention
Obviously.
you?
No, I
Alright.
don't.
So,
Shoji.
is there anything else in the room, or
No, this
No.
is a very blank room.
okay? Anything on thermographic, or
No.
no? Okay,
So this is just a room with that mirror.
okay. So Tarragon
Quite
is just gonna toss the
curious.
crowbar back to.
Holy Diver fails to catch it completely and picks it up off the ground and puts it away.
Congratulations.
Does anyone else find it kind of odd that this somehow ended up moved from where it was and into a room of this caliber?
Nah.
Since touching
Will
it
it
caused
fit
people to turn into
in the
basically
box?
mindless corpses.
No, this is
Shoji's
totally
like,
normal.
hey, should I put it in the box?
Will it fit in the box?
Shoji like holds up the container, eyeballs it. Yeah, probably will work.
I get the feeling someone other than Shoji should probably do this.
I can cast levitate.
You
That's what you wanna
probably
do.
should. Did you take a look at this artifact on the astral plane?
Yeah, what does it look like astrally?
So, as I said, as like that, this looks like it's sucking in, like, the ambient energy of, like, the room.
Oh.
That,
That sounds creepy.
Yeah, Tarragon doesn't like the room at all, and she's not really keen on crossing into the threshold of said room.
Instead of levitating the mirror, what if we levitate the box and move it into the room and over the mirror, then close it? Would that be doable?
Wasn't that the original plan? Levitating the box over the.
I thought the plan was to levitate the mirror to the box.
It's
Oh,
more like a briefcase,
oh.
you know?
Will it
Not-
fit?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll
And
fit.
He thinks
Is
it'll
there
fit.
is there any way to check? So the pedestal isn't radiating warmth or anything. It doesn't look like there are any electronics or
No.
no. Okay.
Hmm.
I have an idea, but it's basically just shoot the mirror.
Is that what you want to do?
Badly.
I don't wanna
The Johnson's obviously interested in this.
I don't want to actually shoot it. Not until things get stupid.
Come on, man. Give in to your desire.
Now
I mean, if we shoot it, they'll definitely know we were here. Bullet holes tend to do that.
you know
I would
what?
just like to object to this plan.
Could we just like?
These shamblers.
Oh Jesus! If we wanted to break it, couldn't we just like push it over?
Can
Onto the
if we
ground.
used a crowbar, if we just used one of the crowbars to just push it or tip it over into the briefcase.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like we
brought
don't
one of
want to
my
go into that
grenades.
room because our energy will be absorbed, the same as everything else's. And also,
So what?
I'm going to put my drone. I'm just going to send my drone like into the room,
That's a good
like
idea.
not very far.
You send your drone into the room
My
and it just
tiny drone.
kind of sits there hovering in the room.
This is
Okay.
a walker drone.
Okay,
Can-
it
It's just-
stands there in the room.
It stands there. Nothing's exploding.
Can your
Nope.
flying drone land on the device without like being destroyed?
Doesn't react
Are you willing to risk
if
that?
it doesn't react to drones, then we could just smash it with one of the Walker drone's legs.
I still feel like this is
Unlikely, considering that this is.
Why do we want to break the mirror anyway?
Because it's not what we came here for.
I feel like it's kind of is, though.
Why aren't we
The
here for
Johnson
the
was
mirror?
interested,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we want to take the mirror.
Hmm.
And again,
But not-
like sort of in Tarragon's mind, she feels that the best way to secure payment and perhaps negotiate some sort of post-job bonus is to deliver the object which is clearly the most in question, and the like nidus for all of the events. And from her perspective,
I mean, I
clearly the
suppose-
object is nefarious in nature, but again, it comes down to the fact she has no choice but to deliver the most interesting object to the.
I do
This guy.
suppose that
This definitely seems like something.
This is also something that the recovery team failed to pick up. But if we break it, then that's why they didn't pick it up, right?
Let's not break it.
Holy Diver would just like to make sure that Shoji isn't going into the room to be stupid currently.
He's just standing there, just
Good.
waiting for you guys to do something.
We're just standing here arguing over what we want to do, if we want to actually break it or not.
I don't.
I
Terra
don't.
runs vehemently against the notion of breaking it.
As is Rosethorn.
I just sort of think it defeats the purpose of most of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're not here to break it. We're here to grab it.
Sure, it looks
if you
evil,
want to be
but
altruistic, if you think it'll
We're gonna
somehow
grab the
help
mirror.
people.
Plus,
it looks evil,
plus
but
Tarragon
we're not
was-
exactly good people.
Plus, Tarragon also points out to Old Hand, we have no idea what this object's reaction will be if we were to subject it to that kind of physical trauma. It could very well release some sort of reaction.
Mm-hmm.
It's much better to contain it and be rid of it as soon as we can.
If all else fails and you want to learn exactly how it works, it would still be better to take it to somebody more equipped to figure that out.
Whatever, I levitate the thing.
Okay.
Which thing?
Do you have to roll for that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Just to make sure that the spell actually works. Just needs one success, basically. As long as it isn't heavier than 200 kilograms.
It probably isn't.
Probably.
Are we doing the mirror or the case?
The mirror. We're levitating the mirror and then putting it into the case. Like if we
Oh,
do
we
it the
dive
other way
back
around, that'd be
Shouldn't we slide the case into the room first?
Yeah, we can do that, or we can back up. Like either way
Why don't we
works.
slide the case into the room first and then back up.
That's fine.
Okay, Shoji opens the case and he waits for you to go.
So Tarragon kicks the case into the room.
He looks at you like, why'd you do that? Now I have to go get it.
No, stay out here.
And
It
then
will be fine.
throws
Okay.
the arm out and blocks
I
him
levitate it into the box.
Okay, it's now in the case, in the room.
How do we close it? Can Levitate do that?
Levitate the box's lid.
It's connected to the box. I'm not sure if I can do that.
No? I mean, it's a hinge. It's an upward force. Like, upward
Oh,
tension will... Yeah, upward tension will be translated into lateral...
Well, fine.
Physics.
Yeah.
Fine, I levitate the hinge.
Fine,
Well,
it closes. it's still in the room though.
Does anything change? Astrally or...
I go over to the box and pick it up.
Okay, you picked it up. Great.
Oh.
Lock it.
Yep, locked.
You lock it.
Do you have
It's locked.
the plastic... You have, like, restraints, right? Like, restrain that box.
Plastic restraints are like zip ties.
Yeah.
Put zip ties on the box.
Zip ties do not fucking break.
If you want to do that,
Yes, do that.
go for it.
I'm not interested in doing that. I'm confident.
Okay, well you have it in your hand.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, now
Okay.
there's only one more room we haven't explored yet, and I'm sure that we want to just bail on it.
So,
How
what are the people upstairs doing right now? Like,
Yeah. What are they doing? What does it look like they're doing at the moment?
Okay, so they went outside. You saw them. Now they came back in,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're. Some of them, okay. On that other door you haven't explored, they're standing outside it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably not actually into another room. It probably just leads out. So they're standing outside it, and they're looking at it.
Okay.
So they're
So they're
over
getting ready to come
there.
down.
Yeah, they're over there.
So they're
So-
getting ready to come down.
So
They're not over here. They
yeah. So we can just go. We can just go out through here then, like quickly
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
they.
let's do that. Let's haul ass.
All right, I guess.
All right.
That's where those ones are.
Nothing
Where are
else
the
for
other ones?
sorry, what?
That is where some of them are. Where are the other ones?
And
There's
we
two here.
we close the door on the thing as well, like where the
Right.
gap is. We close that before we leave.
We should, and we should also open up the door on the Shambler to let them back out into the main room.
Unless they tried to eat us because we took their thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but isn't the briefcase like blocking its signal? No.
That's exactly why they might try to
Just-
eat us, though.
Oh, yeah. Let's leave the door closed then. Whatever.
I mean, we could always levitate the door open. As
Whatever, they might. For all we know, they might think that they opened it and blocked themselves in there.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. Let's close this secret door and get out of here before those guys decide to open up the door and check it out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's move.
Okay. So you guys climb out back into the. Let me switch them up. So you climb back out of that trapdoor.
Yay.
Come out into the area.
Mhm.
So immediately, like over in the drone area.
Mm.
So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Over in the drone area, you can see the guys are now all looking at the computer screen.
Mhm.
Like there's two guys with the drone operator looking at the computer screen, but they're not looking at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the Yakuza guy anywhere?
He seems to be up above you guys.
Is anyone looking down to where they could see us where we are right now?
No, like there's a catwalk like above you guys. You'd have to like basically tip yourself over the catwalk to be able to see under here.
Let's just. Does it look like there's anyone sort of outside at the front gate?
You can see there's guys right over here behind the wall, but that guy that went to use the washroom, I think it's been long enough. He's back there.
Okay, well, let's just go back out through the same door that we sort of used before. Tell him, hey, you didn't finish, and just leave.
Okay. So
Wash better.
you go outside. You're outside. You're back in the compound.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna cast Influence again.
God, I hope these people roll decently for once.
I don't want them to.
Hey, I do though. Okay,
Well-
you know, the mental limit here is like less than that. So you know, you got it.
Well,
Somehow I feel like we did better than we were supposed to.
Yes, yes, you did.
No worries, bro.
There's a reason why Geek the Mage is a thing.
You take those.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Hello.
Okay.
Hello?
hey, he's
Yeah.
there.
Hello.
He's there.
Hello.
Good.
Okay,
Hey,
we all escaped with the thing.
I'm gonna summon my
The
drone
guy-
back to me.
The
great.
guy runs away. You guys get out of the compound.
Perfect.
Get back in your car. Drive off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's perfect because I
Congrats,
just
you-
got consulted.
Nice.
Yay.
That is good timing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Who
I'll
wants
do.
to say we just...
Sorry.
What was that?
Go on.
Just
That was good. was great.
I just want to say Rose Thorn OP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slightly.
So what I'm gonna do now is make give there be like 50 mages at all times.
oh shit.
50
Counter
what, sorry?
Add 50 mages to every encounter to counter that.
No.
Counter is now mages. Thanks, Rose Thorn.
All
Christ.
mages.
Jesus Christ. I just had to deal with like 50 mages in Pathfinder. Don't give me PTSD already.
Is there a like Shadowrun equivalent of like the Mind Shield in XCOM? You know.
I think I think there is.
It's gotta be. Should be.
If not quite so as ubiquitous, but I'm pretty sure there's items and totems that can help you with that.
Right. Like I've never used the Mind Shield in XCOM, but it seems like that's the sort of thing that we might need. I might need.
You don't need it.
Uh-huh.
Wow. All right, we got to do belief, instincts, and goals. Talk about the game and then close out.
Yep, okay.
I think it was a good session.
That was a terrific session. Thanks so much, Dee.
Yeah.
I really wished more bad things happened.
I am glad they did not.
Well,
What, you mean everyone else didn't die before I got here? You lied to me?
No. Don't worry, gamer. Don't worry.
Oh.
Your objective isn't for like bad things to happen necessarily. Like that was a perfect Shadowrun.
Yeah.
Like we got in, we got out, we didn't fuck up.
Yeah, I think you challenged us to, not overstep. I mean, like, obviously, we could have gone in heavy and taken out a bunch of the perimeter guards and, like, engaged everybody and made a huge mess of the whole thing.
True.
So
I'll definitely have to consider making challenges that can't easily be solved
Well,
by massive influence.
what I would suggest is like going to like the Shadowrun Reddit or like some other sort of role playing forum and like just asking for advice there.
True enough.
So you're saying I should start browsing those things then? Got it.
And just sort of mention to them like hey, you're new, we're all sort of new. I told them sort of what happened on this run and like how what you should do. Like the party's got no decker, but they've got a mage with mind control and like a sniper, a face, a cowboy, and a rigger, and like what sort of would be some good missions for them.
I mean, I imagine that, like, mind control, yeah, I think in this particular mission, like, we obviously used it a lot, but it'd be pretty hard to, like, break into one of, like, those AAA corps with, like, a dedicated, like, pretty hardcore, like, paramilitary group protecting it.
And also,
like, for those super, those megacorps, I think they would have, like, actual security cameras.
That's what I'm saying.
That's something that
you're not going to be able to.
We're
not going to be able to just do that. No. Totally.
Okay, let's do belief, instincts, and goals so we can all leave and go to sleep because I'm tired.
No.
Holy Diver.
I
tell me about those things
for candy. I think that counts.
Okay.
I think that is the only one I did.
Okay, take 1 karma for that.
I'm sensing a theme.
Okay, Murren, what do you think?
I think that I did actually give in to my belief, and I put in work, so I'm not a lazy bones.
What do you think you did?
Well, first of all, opened up the door opened up the secret door with some help.
Oh, with the crowbar, yeah.
But you did put an effort to do that.
He closed the door.
That's literally physical labor. So
he closed the door after the
roll for
shamblers
it,
when
yeah.
all of us were like, kind of reluctant.
I don't know. I didn't really come into like any sort of particular use.
I think you were totally useful.
Oh, right, and I also stole a bunch of VTLs.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's true. He was pretty enthusiastic.
Your goal was make a big score, win the lady's heart.
Whose lady's heart did you win?
Like, you've got lots of ladies.
I have not won the lady's heart.
Okay,
no,
then. That's
yet.
unfortunate.
They're
very unfortunate.
They're on the Beatles.
They're just, like, pin-ups on the Beatles. Yeah, okay.
As for making a big score, I think if I get a good bar for these BTLs.
Okay, yeah, that's true. How about take 1 karma for now? We'll do selling stuff next session.
Happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You, Era, then you're next.
Okay. I believe I've succeeded in everything. The world is out to get me. Bloody Tarragon turns the gun on me. Like when you can't trust your own teammates, I'm pretty sure the whole world isn't going to be any nicer.
Something. Go on though. Sorry.
Eat because you don't know when you won't be able to. I ate that thing, and I mind controlled someone in order to be able to do so. And make a dent on my debt. I stole the drugs. I grabbed some guns. I sold some of my food to Holy, and succeeded in the missions, which we're probably going to get a good payout for. So, all 3.
Okay, take your 3 karma then.
I would like to bring up my belief, actually.
Okay, go for it.
Does Tarragon count as the rich and powerful? Because she very clearly did not care for others.
She's not rich.
But she does have
not,
a highest level of sin, yes.
I'm trying to think here how you would roll to prove that Tarragon has a sin, I'm not too sure.
So she's not rich, and I would really question whether or not she's powerful at all. She's like pretty much subject to her core belief is that she's subject to the mercies of the corporation.
Fair. My new goal will be finding a use for my belief then.
You have to stop caring about others. They're like,
Yeah, you gotta show how little you care.
That goes against being a face. I have to pretend to care.
exactly. That's even worse.
Good job. Well, gamer, let's go with you then.
No progress on my end.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest maybe think about making them more general,
Yeah.
but not too general, because then if you're like Holly, where that's her belief, it's kind of hard to say that gives you karma, right?
Yeah.
You need a roll for it if you want to do belief.
Odd.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Wooly, how about you?
Well, I definitely think that I roleplayed the belief twice, both in terms of taking the BTLs and in terms of securing the objective. Although neither are like things that Terragon likes particularly. I think, as far as instinct, we talked about personal property, sure, but she also like grabbed the gun from the safe room. So, yeah. I mean,
instincts are,
and I think she did really like pretty dramatically stake out her claim on what is it on her share of the loot, if you will.
Because instincts are supposed to get you if they get you in trouble, that's when you get the reward for
I mean,
instinct.
arguably she sacrificed a lot of like trust or like rapport with the group at large.
True.
Like
I'll give you the instinct then.
So I think that belief plus instinct, I don't know.
Yeah. Take 2 karma.
Terrific.
That's
how do I put karma in? What do I do?
You go to Chummer, go to the karma page,
okay,
slap 2 in.
What's a rumor?
We did rumors on things. Okay, we did 1 positive, 1 negative, and 1 false one that could be positive or negative. But I think when you gave us all, you talked about your character, I think you did get into that, so I think you're fine on that.
All right, fair enough. Karma and Yen. Karma gained. I enter into there. 2.
Yeah. I haven't really went through Chummer. I haven't even finished my NPC runners that I want to make. So
yeah, in the Karma and New Yen tab, there's 2 here. Mission reward.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Even tracked it for you.
One last thing then. Era Rosethorn, I want you to make a perception check.
All right. Will smell or hearing come into play?
No.
Okay, so just visual.
This does not bode well.
Okay, so as you guys pull out with your Honda, Toyota, whatever it is,
Dodge Hurricane.
A Dodge Hurricane. You see that same robed figure in your astral perception.
Mm-hmm.
That same robed figure you saw outside the karaoke bar.
I forgot about him.
Ominous.
You see them for a brief second, and then they disappear.
Ominous.
And that's it.
I bet he's our friend.
And I think that's a good way to close off this session.
Okay.
It was a clean run. Or was it?
Who knows?
Done.